talked about with Coach Carswell in our Coaches Conversation. We'll get to that right now. It's the Coaches Conversation on Titan Football, a presentation of Backboard Sports, Beck Rose Productions, and 810varsity.com. It's the Coaches Conversation. Joel Becker talking with Lee Summit West head coach Vinny Carswell. As we move to homecoming, one of my partner's favorite weeks of the year. You know, I tried to get Royce to believe that this year they had a special Hall of Fame float where he had to be Grand Marshal, but he just wouldn't buy it.
Of course. Sounds like Royce.
All right, so obviously coming into this week, a tough loss last week up at Lee Summit North. The one thing about losing is that it is the great educator. What did we learn from last week?
Well, we learned that we have to tackle better, obviously. You know, to North's credit, they were lightning fast, and I think we could have tackled better, and I think that would have helped us. Offensively, I think we got out of rhythm. I think we've changed that this week. We had a really good week of practice.
You know, one of the things that I was thinking after the game was over, obviously you'd love to win all the games you play if you can, but in some ways you could even look at this as in some ways a good thing because it teaches the team, if nothing else. You know, this is several times this year we've fallen behind in games, and it would be easy for a team that always came back and won to think that they always could.
Well, I think we still believe that we can come back. We don't want to fall behind in any game. You know, one of the things, the messages to our team was that we've only had one undefeated team in Titan history, and that was 2007. And, you know, we've won state championships with a loss, and that's still our goal. So that was the message I had for them.
And we are still in the driver's seat as far as the district is concerned. One of the nice things about Rockhurst playing outside the district is they don't get as much credit. So even with one loss, we're really in a good position.
You know, I think so. I think, and again, the teams that we've played against are quality teams, and you know, it's good. It's just going to make us better.
All right, so one of the things we talked about last week was the possibility of a letdown and the possibility that we might be in a position where the team we were playing against wanted the game more than we did. This week, that shouldn't be an issue with it being homecoming and you know, having Liberty come in.
No, you know, we've got a bad taste in our mouth. It's homecoming. I think our kids want this really bad, and I think you're going to see a lot of effort out there on the field tonight.
So what are we looking at as far as you know, keys for today? What are we trying to accomplish? What was the emphasis? Yeah,
so, you know, offensively, Liberty's very balanced. I think we've got to make sure that, and they're very intricate in their offensive scheme. We've got to make sure that we are balanced up to them as far as their run-pass ratio. We've got to get some heat on their quarterback. He's good. They've got a couple good receivers that he likes to throw to, and then we've got to slow their back down 23.
And offensively?
Offensively, I think the key is our rhythm again. I don't think we were in rhythm last week, and I think that caused some problems for us. So to get in our rhythm, to get Ben back to hitting some quick routes, to get us going, and then again we've got to establish a running game and get it going there.
If there was any bright spot about last week, is that was one area that did go okay. Certainly a lot better than it had previous in the year. Marcion Marshall had a good game. Max Payne ran well. It was overall one of our more effective areas.
It was, and you know, hopefully that carries over tonight, and both those guys get some touches and make some big plays.
All right, so the weather tonight, I'm not really sure what to make of it. We were told in the forecast that we were going to be wet, but it sure doesn't look like it. The wind could certainly be a factor.
Wind's going to be a factor. It looks like the storms won't hit or the rain won't hit until after the game.
So the wind, we've certainly played in wind before. That was kind of another issue as far as last week was concerned in terms, and not just last week, but throughout the year when we've had wind issues, is figuring out which are the right quarters to have the wind and not.
Right, and you know, we always want to gain momentum, so we normally take the wind when we have that option, and I think that's important.
All right, so any injuries tonight?
No, we're injury free.
It was good to see Von Zell back in last week.
Yeah, he made some. I think he had 9 tackles. He made some great plays, ran down Christian Carter. So we're glad to have him back.
I was told that I had to address one other issue, which was the play at the end of the first half. Have you discussed whether or not they're going to be making up any rules for this week?
Well, that was a point of controversy, and and the officials talked about safety at that point, but it's not a rule, so it's still up for debate on that.
I had a little conversation with Sterling earlier today about that, and I made this point last week on the broadcast, which was if you're not allowed to do a fake knee, then what's the point of running the play at all? Why not do it like they do intentional walks in baseball, where you just say we're going to drop a knee and run the clock out?
Absolutely, and that was our argument against it.
Yeah. So all right. Well, hopefully they'll only call rules that are actually in the book this week.
Absolutely.
All right. Good luck tonight.
Thanks, Joel.
That's Coach Vinny Carswell. I'm Joel Becker. Back with more after this on Titan Football, a presentation of Backport Sports, Beck Bros Productions, and A10Varsity.com.
When Lee Summit needs insurance, home, auto, or life, Wayne Birch of Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance has been there. Birch delivers a promise for the future and protection from the unknown, dedicated to making sure you have the right coverage to fit your individual needs. Call Wayne at 816-525-5012. That's 816-525-5012. Wayne Birch of Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, a proud supporter of Lee Summit area athletics.
When it comes to selling or buying land, commercial or residential property in the Kansas City metro area, turn to the Rucker Group at RE/MAX First Choice. We put our 55 years of client service to work for you. Keep you informed every step of the process by utilizing powerful industry, technology, and marketing strategies to achieve results. Veteran operated, we live here, play here, and have kids in the school district. We are your local experts.
High school sports fans, check this out. 810varsity.com now brings live video game casts for more than 25 KC Metro schools all season long. Now you can watch and listen to the games live on your computer, iPad, or phone. Park Hill South, Miege, Aquinas, the Olathe and Blue Valley schools, and the list goes on and on. Plus, live scores, playoff brackets, rankings, and more. Get all the games live at 810varsity.com.
Whether it be auto, home, life, umbrella, small business, or specialty coverages, Jeff Watt of Farmers Insurance looks forward to helping you make a wise decision for your future. Jeff's been a long-time resident of Liberty and is happy to answer any questions you might have. Give Jeff a call at 816-792-1415 or visit farmersagent.com/jwatt. Jeff Watt of Farmers Insurance, a proud supporter of the Liberty community and athletics.
Welcome back live out to Titan Stadium.
Come on, Joel.
I'm used to being on the road now for a change. Joel Becker and Coach Royce Boehm here homecoming at Titan Stadium as the Lee Summit West Titans getting set to take on the Liberty Blue Jays. The reason why I was thinking about that was I was looking across the way at the visiting stands, and for being a pretty good shot from here, they travel pretty well actually.
They do travel very well. Now especially having two schools there in Liberty. Yeah, they do. And again, Liberty, they're back on the schedule. They're back. They're playing pretty good right now.
4-2 on the season.
And they beat Lee Summit North.
Well, that doesn't bode real well for us, does it?
It doesn't.
So I don't know. What do you think about last week in terms of how to? Yoda used to say that failure was the great educator.
Right. Well,
and I do think that there certainly was stuff to learn from it. But at the same time, was this team in any way exposed, would you say?
Oh, I think they're highly exposed. I think what they're doing now, with what happened there was they just proved to the people of Kansas City that they can be ran upon.
Absolutely.
And you don't need to throw the football against them. But my big question is, if you're going to throw the football twice, why don't we have 10 guys in the box stopping the run?
Well, we talked about that last week a little bit, and that the one quarter that we were effective in the second quarter was the quarter that we generally had the four down linemen, and we took away the run, forced them to pass, and they were not that effective.
Yeah, that's true. But again, though, that's just one of those things that I'm sure Vinny went back and I talked to his brother-in-law just a little bit ago, and he was very frustrated, very upset with the way that they played. Didn't think they played tight football.
No. Well, they certainly didn't tackle very well.
No, did not tackle very well at all. But again, though, you know what? Week 6, and they got to get it figured out.
This is week 7.
This is week 7. Yeah, that was week 6. But week 7, they've got to get it figured out.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I think in some ways it was a good thing in that, we had a couple of scares throughout the season in terms of teams that we got up on and allowed to get back in the game. We had a couple of games we probably should have lost against Class 5 opponents that we came back and won late. And sometimes when a team gets in that position, they start feeling as if they're invincible. And you don't want to get into the position where you're in week 10 and learn that you're not.
Right, and we talked about that last week because that's exactly what happened to Lee Summit North. Lee Summit North knocked off Blue Springs High School about 3 weeks ago for the first time ever in school history, and they went on a 2-game skid and lost 2 of them. And then all of a sudden, you can kind of feel it in the air when they played us last week that they bounced back.
Yeah, they certainly did. And, I think there's a pretty good chance that we could meet them again in the playoffs. And,
there is.
And I think if we do, it could be a different outcome. Certainly, the team that tends to learn from a game played against another team is the one that loses.
Oh yeah, you and Mark, you guys wanted to score at the end of the game, so I'm not forgetting that.
But at any rate, so I don't know. Well, the other thing that Coach talked about as the teams are heading out for the coin toss right now, so we'll be starting with the first quarter in about 3 minutes here. But he talked about reestablishing, some flow on offense, and I think that, like he said, I thought we did a pretty good job of establishing the run against Lee Summit North at times, but Coble Ben just wasn't. He was just off that game a little bit.
But I tell you what, though,
the wind might have had a factor.
Well, I don't know. I'm gonna blame the factor on the offensive line.
Yeah.
Offensive line did not give him time to sit in the pocket and throw the ball. He was always running for his life.
It certainly makes a big difference.
But that's what's ironic. I know we pointed it out last week. But for a team that was 5-0, and how'd they get there? They got there through the air. They threw the football.
Yeah.
And
the other thing they did was spread it around, which we really didn't see that much of last
not
week.
at all. And then, but to have 90 yards passing last week, that's just don't understand that.
Well, I imagine this week is going to be a little bit different as they have finished the.
I just hope they don't have any running back competitions. I didn't quite understand that one.
You're talking about not starting Marshall and allowing Payne to play the first.
Whether their focus was last week was on running the football.
Yeah. Well, the coin has been tossed. Trying to tell who they're talking to. I think Liberty won the toss. But I'm still waiting to see an indication on what they decided to do with that opportunity. He actually tossed it again. Must have had a problem the first time. Either that or he spent 30 seconds explaining what a heads is and what a tails is. So the Titans actually win the toss. They have deferred, which means the Blue Jays will get the football when we come back. So first quarter around the corner. It's the Lee Summit West Titans in homecoming against Liberty Blue Jays. Opening kickoff right after this on Titan Football, a presentation of Backport Sports, Beck Bros Productions, and A10Varsity.com.
A10 Varsity takes you through the football season like never before. Watch games live throughout Kansas and Missouri, and even postseason action at A10Varsity.com. Plus live tournament brackets, top 25, Elite 81 All-Metro team, live scoreboard, stories, and more. Check out Kansas City's new home for high school sports coverage. A10Varsity.com.
Welcome back out to Titan Stadium.
Hey,
Joel
producer
Becker,
Mark Files.
Joel Becker and Royce Bateman, producer Mark Files, running the board.
2018, let's get up and hear ya.
You know, when I left the house this morning, Royce, to head out to Lawrence, it was like 52 degrees.
Oh, my gosh. And now when I pulled in this afternoon, it was 84.
And it's cooling off now that the sun's down pretty quickly.
Well, I'll tell you what, Joel, we talked about it just a little bit ago, but the coin toss, that's something different that Coach Carswell has did there. He has deferred to the second half, and usually when he wins a toss, he likes to make the decision.
Lowry and Dotson back deep. Wiley's kick is into the end zone for a touchback.
And the kick goes into the end zone.
And, maybe it's an indication that he wants either that he has confidence in his defense or that he wants his defense to show him something.
Oh, good point.
It could be
are John Hill,
saying, hey,
Thompson,
show me you learned how to tackle this week.
And Corey Starnes.
So Alex Roush is the quarterback for the Blue Jays in their away whites, blue helmets and trim. Their big guy, Lowry and Gray, are their running backs, but Lowry generally gets most of the work. And it will be Lowry on the first down play, heading around the left side with lots of running room. Kelly able to force him out of bounds as he gets up to about the 37-yard line. It'll be well good enough for a first down pickup of about 15 or so on 1st and 10. It's good to see Vonzel Kelly back, but not so good to see him making tackles on running backs.
I tell you what, Christian Wilson got stock blocked there. Man, that was the key.
Apparently Liberty's been watching game films too.
Right.
Because that was right out of the Bronco playbook.
It sure was.
And a toss sweep. Again, Lowry trying to go right side with, again, big running room, as he was knocked down again by Kelly, and then Fredrickson finished him off good for about 9 yards. We'll call it 8.5. It'll be second and a short 2. And not really a good start for the Titans.
Not a good start. Two good long runs for Liberty right now.
It's deja vu all over again.
It is. And like you said, Liberty did some film watching, and they think they might have caught on to some weakness on that defensive unit.
I'd say they're right. 3 down linemen, if you're wondering, for the Titans. Roush with one man in the backfield, and it is a give again up the middle this time for Gray. And he'll get a first down and plenty more. He only needed 1.5 yards, got about 7 or 8.
Gain on the run.
Into Titan territory, 1st and 10 at the Titan 47. Opening drive, we played 55 seconds. And the Blue Jays just running the ball right down the field.
They are.
Have yet to try a pass yet. Although, again, if you watch last week's if you watch last week's game tape, why would you? Quick count, and here's our first pass. Roush rolls left side, throws left side. He had a man, but he had to go down to catch it. That was Gray. It'll be a pickup of 3. Could have been more with a good pass.
It could have.
And we'll call it second down, about 7 from there.
3-yard gain, second down and 7.
So the Blue Jays facing their first longer yardage situation of the game on 2nd and 7. And it is a handoff up the middle. This time Grauberger with a step up on Gray. Gave him a pretty good,
Grauberger right there.
Yeah, pretty good stick that time. Maybe no gain on the play, back to the line of scrimmage with the forward progress. And
7 yards to go.
So it'll be 3rd and 7. First opportunity here for the Titans to come up with a stop in this drive. We'll see if they go to the air here. If I were a team looking at the Titans, I would not be afraid to run on 3rd and 7.
No, not at all.
They do go back to throw. Roush throwing. He's got a man. Gray caught, first down. Hit, bounces off of one tackle, gets forced out of bounds at the 30. But that was all too easy.
I'll tell you what, it will. They're moving the football.
Moves the chains, 1st and 10 for the Blue Jays. Titans up front are now going with 4 down linemen. Quick snap and a toss. Lowry around right side, big hole, and he bounces off a one tackle.
Once again, tackling needs to improve.
And he gets a good 10 yards on the play. Should be good for a first down. 1st and 10 into the red zone. At the 19 are the Blue Jays. And again, just way too much running room in a situation like that. Just a simple toss sweep. It was a quick count.
Man, they've added boxes over here next door. Mark, can you do something about that, Mr. Producer? I got to stand up.
1st and 10 from the 19. They shift around to an empty backfield now with Twins on the right, Twips on the left. They throw that direction. Gray, who makes the catch, and will head upfield near the 10. It'll be a pickup of about 8.
Pass complete.
As a
Coach
defensive back.
Yeah, Coach Carroll right there. He brought the house, trying to put some heat on the quarterback.
One of the defensive backs fell down as he tried to make a
8-yard
cut.
gain on the catch. Second
That
down,
helped
2.
the gain go from probably what would have been around a 5-yard gain to an 8-yard gain, but still. 2nd and short. And now we get an official's timeout. You know, it's funny, this is week 7 of the season, and we probably, they don't have the water breaks anymore. We probably need them more this week than we have in
No doubt.
several of the last 2. Oh, they go with the blitz, and again, a run.
It was the right blitz,
Yeah, but the wrong.
he dove at his feet, though.
And he unfortunately picked the wrong gap, too. That is, say they were running a little away from him. And it'll be close to a first down. They're looking at it. And they're going to measure? This is the first time in like 3 games we've had a measurement.
Timeout for measurements.
I guess these guys didn't get the memo.
Man.
I would have liked to have been a little fly on the wall when they did a review of the officiating with the officials last week.
And if they did send that tape into the state, just see exactly what the state thought about it.
Yeah, I'm just curious what they would have told those officials. I mean, the deed's done, so it's already over.
Just short of the first down marker. It's 3rd down.
It will be 3rd and inches. Blue Jays come out in a shotgun formation. Gray to the left of Roush. Lowry in motion across the field. They fake to him, give to Gray, up the middle, dives forward, and he'll have enough for a first down. Didn't need to get more than a couple of links, so.
Gray with the carry up the middle.
That'll be 1st and goal for the Blue Jays. Again, on the opening drive of the game, we've played 4 minutes, 24 seconds.
2-yard gain. It's 1st and goal for the Blue Jays.
And it's been all Blue Jays so far, just running the ball down the field for the most part.
See, right there, too. I mean, it's short, inches. You got your linebackers playing 5 yards off the ball. Why not crowd them up in there a little bit?
Not much of, well, I mean, you hate to get burned, but not much of a push there. Same play as they go to the air, throwing end zone. I can't see it.
Touchdown.
Okay, touchdown, thanks. Because those boxes you're talking about are right in front of me, too. I have no idea. I can't see.
15.
Okay, that would, no, it couldn't have been 15. He's the quarterback. I'm guessing
10.
that was Book, number 18?
18.
Yeah. That would be Michael Book with the catch. And it is 6-0 with the extra point. Ross out to kick it. Out of the hole to Gray. Snap back, ball down, kick up, high, long, and it is good.
The extra point is
7:15 left to go here in this first quarter. And it's 7-0 Liberty. We'll get our first chance to see the Titan offense when we come back. This is Titan Football, a presentation of Backport Sports, Beck Rose Productions, and 810varsity.com.
When Lee Summit needs insurance, home, auto, or life, Wayne Birch of Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance has been there. Birch delivers a promise for the future and protection from the unknown, dedicated to making sure you have the right coverage to fit your individual needs. Call Wayne at 816-525-5012. That's 816-525-5012. Wayne Birch of Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, a proud supporter of Lee Summit area athletics.
Welcome back out here to Titan Stadium. Joel Becker, Coach Royce Boehm, Lee Summit West, and Liberty. The Blue Jays on top of the Titans 7-0 as they just drive down the field from the 20 on an 80-yard drive, mostly on the ground. Although they did finish it in the air, a couple of important passes, the touchdown one and a third down conversion as well. And not an imposing start for the Titans.
This could be a long night if they don't get this straightened out.
Well, they're certainly going to have plenty of time. Cooper Wilson back deep. Ross has the ball teed up on the left hash mark on the 40-yard line. And he'll kick it high and deep. Cooper will take it at the 3. Heading up the right side of the field, looking for a block, gets across the 20 and hitting as he got to the 25. It'll be 1st and 10 Titans.
Cooper with the return to the 25-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Titans.
So let's see what Ben Coble and company can do. Be interesting to see how they come out. We've been talking a little bit about the weather. The wind would seem to have died down for the most part. I'm not seeing a whole lot of activity on the flags on the goalposts. So it hopefully shouldn't be a factor as far as the passing game is concerned. And of course, Ben may be more comfortable at his home field as well. Empty backfield now. Cooper in motion. Takes the snap and he'll give it to Sammy, trying to get around the end. Does a good job with speed up the near sideline. And he cuts inside across the 40 to the 45-yard line. Pickup of 20 for Sammy Cooper. Good patience and a good job of just speed running.
I'll tell you what, but it was very slow developing.
But when he did hit the Jets to get around that lineman, now granted he's a lineman, now it looks like they marked him out of bounds back at the 39 because he didn't go down to the 45. So it'll end up being a gain of, it's still first down, gain of about 14. Give up the middle, Max Payne. Big running room up there. Max puts 2 hands on the ball, gets forced down across midfield to the Liberty 48. So not exactly a defensive struggle so far.
No, not at all.
Max Payne.
Payne, by the way, getting the start again this week, apparently.
1st and 10 for the Titans. From
At least
the
he got the first.
48.
Well, the second carry. Technically, the first one was Sammy Cooper. It's interesting. Careswell in the backfield this time with Coble. And back to throw is Ben, looking over the middle, throwing, almost intercepted. He had Sammy Cooper open. He also had Cade open downfield, but and I'm not sure if which one of the two he was actually trying for, but it wasn't really near either one.
Okay, I like that right there, but I hope that that's not a dead giveaway, but it is help Ben Coble in the backfield when they've got Careswell sitting there blocking for him too.
Yeah, well, that I think it's seems like a message. Give is to Payne, trying to get around the right side. He had a hole. Now he's able to get past one block, still on his feet, down inside the 30, and down to about the 28. Max Payne. Nice long run, 20 yards or so. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Titans. And a big hole for him around right tackle. There was just really no good pursuit there.
There wasn't. And I'll tell you what, so Sterling must have
1st and 10
found out something from last week on the Blue Jays.
Guess we've been watching game films too. 1st and 10 Titans. Careswell again in the backfield. Back to throw Coble. He'll roll to the right side. El toss. He's got a man. Clemens. He made the catch. Did he get a foot in bounds? Waiting for the indication. The officials look at each other. They're talking. He only, of course, needs the one. And they're calling it a catch.
Pass is complete.
Inside the 10, down to about the 7. I thought he had it.
Oh, I did too.
Yeah.
And I think it looked like he had 2 feet down.
The only problem with this Clemens in the backfield scenario is you're pretty well tipping your hand what you're going to do.
Oh, with Careswell?
1st and goal for the Titans from the 7-yard line.
You might as well hold up a sign, here comes a pass play.
Right.
So you would think that they'll have to at least do some running out of that formation a couple of times.
Just keep him honest.
Pistol formation, it's a toss. And trying to get her out the end. Payne cuts up toward the end zone. Touchdown. Touchdown, Max Payne. From about 7 yards out. And some pretty good speed there showed by Payne.
Very nice answer for the Titans.
With an extra point, they can tie it up here. Less than 2 minutes, a quick drive.
That was quick.
Even though it was mostly on the ground. Wiley out for the extra point. Clemens the hold. Snap back, ball down, kick up, high, long, and it is good. 5:54 left to go here, first quarter. We're knotted up at 7. Back with the ensuing kickoff coming up after this on Titan Football. A presentation of Backport Sports, Beck Bros Productions, and 810varsity.com.
When it comes to selling or buying land, commercial or residential property in the Kansas City metro area, turn to the Rucker Group at RE/MAX First Choice. We put our 55 years of client service to work for you. Keep you informed every step of the process by utilizing powerful industry, technology, and marketing strategies to achieve results. Veteran operated, we live here, play here, and have kids in the school district. We are your local experts.
Back live at Titan Stadium, Joel Becker, Coach Royce Boehm. Lee Summit West, Liberty, Blue Jays, and Titans knotted up at 7. Each team scoring on their opening drive and not really having a hard time doing it.
No, not at all.
Michael Wiley with the ball teed up just to the right of the hash. And his kick again will go into the end zone, almost out of the back of the end zone. I think there is actually a little bit of wind that's blowing down, but it's enough that it's affecting because you can tell by the kicks.
Coming out of the south.
That, yeah, especially when the ball gets elevated up to near the height of the goalposts, then it's being affected more by the wind, I think.
Now let's see what Coach Carswell's got planned here.
Well, we'll see what kind of adjustments maybe have been made after that first drive. Steady ground game. Roush from the shotgun. They'll send a man in motion. Now they go with the empty backfield. And 4 receivers on the right side. They drop a man back throw. It is caught. Cahill comes up and tackles him after Book with the catch. Pretty good read by Cahill. And more importantly, he wrapped him up when he tackled him. Because I've noticed a couple of times, I saw Fredrickson earlier, and we've had a couple of times where people have come up to lay the hit on but haven't wrapped around the arms.
Right. Well, the thing that scared me right there, too, we were outnumbered.
Oh, yeah, there was 4 guys.
But luckily, they dropped one.
They were showing as Lowry gets this handoff, and a good job of pursuit there by the Titans.
Run to the left
Grauberger,
made by number 43,
along with Myers, making the tackle.
2-yard gain on the play.
And it'll be a pickup of a couple, set up a third down and short, third and about 2 or 3. And yeah, they dropped the guy back on that first down play as if they were going to set up a running back screen, and then ended up going further downfield. And that might have been just sort of an option by the quarterback, pick whoever's open further downfield. Interesting formation here. Trips on the left, Titans show blitz. He throws toward the blitz, caught it. First down, Lowry stays on his feet as he gets across midfield, heading down this far sideline. He's going to go all the way to the 15-10-5 touchdown for Liberty.
Absolutely no tackling. We had people on him. We had people tackling him.
Two guys went over and gave a hit on him, but you got to give him some credit, though. Jack Lowry did a great job of maintaining that balance.
He did. He did a great job.
But once he did, it was off to the races, and nobody caught him.
And then it almost looked like for the Titans, who's going to make the tackle? I'll let you make it. Then they got confused. And then he broke loose.
13-7 with the extra point. Ross. Snap back, ball down, kick up, high, long, and good.
And the extra point is good.
4:28 left to go now, first quarter.
Gains the lead, 14-7.
It's once again a 7-point lead for the Blue Jays. 14-7 our score. Kickoff after this on Titan Football, a presentation of Backport Sports, Beck Bros Productions, and 810varsity.com.
810 Varsity takes you through the football season like never before. Watch games live throughout Kansas and Missouri, and even postseason action at 810varsity.com. Plus live tournament brackets, Top 25, Elite 81 All-Metro Team, live scoreboard, stories, and more. Check out Kansas City's new home for high school sports coverage. 810varsity.com.
Welcome back out to Titan Stadium. Joel Becker, Roy Spain. 4:28 first quarter. 14-7 Liberty over Lee Summit West.
Well, once again, what Vinny talked about in his pregame, the one thing that they need to improve on is tackling.
I think that still applies.
It does still apply.
If you were hoping for a pitcher's duel, tonight is not apparently the night, because nobody's been able to stop anybody so far. Titans with their second shot at it coming up here as the ball teed up again on the left hash mark at the 40-yard line. Ross's kick toward Cooper and will go into the end zone for a touchback. Pretty good leg there by Ross.
Very nice leg. Into the wind, too.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It'll be 1st and 10. Titans.
Wiley, has been kicking him out of the back of the end zone to give you an idea of how much the wind is helping him. So Ben Coble and company, as we said before, marched right down the field, didn't have any real hiccups in their first offensive try.
Not at all.
But, I don't know about this trading haymakers doesn't exactly seem like a good idea.
I don't like that.
Max Payne in the backfield scored the touchdown. In the pistol, twins on either side. 1st and 10 from the 20. Coble will give to Payne up the middle. Searching for a hole, spins off a tackle and gets up to the 26. I tell you what, Max Payne has been a determined runner this.
I tell you, the offensive line's coming off the football, creating some holes.
They have it that, and he's been patient enough to wait for it as well.
6-yard gain on the run, 2nd down and 4.
So we'll call it 2nd and a long 4 from just across the 25. Same formation. Now a man in motion is Cooper to the right, or to the left, I should say. As back to throw is Coble. Throw in on the right side. He's got a man, and it is caught. Clemens hit and tackled down at the 30-yard line, all the way to the 30 of the Blue Jays. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 31. And Cade Clemens with his second big catch of the game.
Very nice set up. Nice touch on the ball, Ben Coble.
It was man-to-man straight coverage, and the coverage wasn't bad, but Clemens, once Coble let it go, turned on the jets and caught up to it. So again, the Titans able to move the ball pretty easily so far in this drive as well. From the shotgun, they show blitz, the give, up the middle, Payne, and he's hit as he got a yard or so to the 30, It'll be a gain of a yard, 2nd and 9. It's probably the first play of the entire game on offense for the Titans where they didn't have a decent hole open up.
2nd down and 9 for the Titans.
They'll go with an empty backfield to start here. Careswell's in the H-back position, and then twins on either side. Coble looks, throws, got a man on the wide receiver screen, cutting toward the middle. That was Goodall, who makes the catch and gains about 8 or so, maybe 7. We'll call it 3rd and 2. As the ball marked at the 23, they've got to get to the 21. Clock running with 2:52 left to go here in this first quarter. Titan looking to answer for a second time to a Blue Jay touchdown drive. Cooper will get the handoff, coming across the middle, looking for a hole. Stop, starts. He'll get the first down as he cut inside the 20 down to the 19. Titans in the red zone. Tell you what, it scares me. It's a little loud.
That was.
It scares me when I see a runner that's stringing a run out stop like he did there.
But he must have saw something.
Yeah, worked out.
He gained some yards right there. I think he was cutting off of Cardell's block.
So 1st and 10 Titans. Payne back in the game to the right of Coble. Careswell still the H-back. Back to throw Ben. He's looking over the middle. Plenty of time. Throwing. He's got a man caught. And into the end zone, touchdown. Trevor Cardell on a little drag route, sort of a slant out route.
It was. Great combination of running the football and throwing the football this week.
And once again, for the second time, the Titans making it look easy going down the field to answer. And with a Michael Wiley extra point, we'll be tied at 14. 2:07 left to go here in the first quarter.
I guess we want to see really now the numbers or the time of possession of whose defense is on the field the most.
Wiley's kick is up, and it is good. 2:07 to go, first quarter. We're all knotted up again. 14-all is our score. Kickoff after this on Titan Football, a presentation of Backport Sports, Beck Bros Productions, and 810varsity.com.
When Lee Summit needs insurance, home, auto, or life, Wayne Birch of Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance has been there. Birch delivers a promise for the future and protection from the unknown, dedicated to making sure you have the right coverage to fit your individual needs. Call Wayne at 816-525-5012. That's 816-525-5012. Wayne Birch of Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, a proud supporter of Lee Summit area athletics.
Welcome back out to Titan Stadium. Joel Becker, Coach Royce Bain. 14-all our score. And, you were saying, who's going to have the bigger time of possession. And both teams have been averaging about a 2.5-minute drive after the first one, which was a little bit longer. But, as much as I suppose it's important as far as fatigue is concerned, the real question is which one of these defenses can actually step up and make a tackle, here and there. As Wiley's kick once again goes out of the back of the end zone. That one actually landed out of the back of the end zone.
That is very true. Neither defense has been able to make the other team punt.
No. In this game, we have had 1 3rd and long.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. And not only have we only had the 1 3rd and long, it was converted really easily.
It was.
By the Blue Jays in their opening drive. Of course, the other factor that can always get involved is a turnover in this situation. Rolling to the right side, Roush looking to throw, throwing, it is caught, but pushed out of bounds pretty much immediately on the play as it was caught by Strike, S-T-R-E-I-C-H. One of their slot receivers.
5-yard gain.
Pick up a 5-second and 5. 2:02 clock is stopped as he went out of bounds. Lowry in the backfield, and they'll give it to him up the middle, big huge hole. He's tripped up. Fredrickson with a pretty good saving tackle there, but not before he was able to gain about 20 yards on the play.
Diving at his legs, though.
Yeah, well,
could have very easily high-stepped over the top of that.
It was a gamble, an all-or-nothing thing, but he happened to get him, so.
1st and 10 Blue Jays from their own 38.
It is, though, funny sometimes in football and also other sports for that matter when, how something can be considered to be a great play when it works and a really poor decision when it doesn't. Roush with Lowry in motion will fake to him, back to throw, throwing down the left side, has a man, it is caught. Hit and tackled down to the 15-yard line. Nice pitch and catch on that play. As that looked like Blake Fordyce.
The number 6, Blake Fordyce.
Who made the catch. And he went right into double coverage.
He did.
But did a good job. Boy, I tell you what, Roush just laid that in there perfectly.
Tackle made at the
right
15.
Into double coverage against Wilson and Kelly.
Yeah, they took him down pretty much immediately, but not before gaining all the way down to the Titan 15. So at least so far on this drive, the Titans defense has not exactly come up with any answers. Pistol formation, Lowry behind Roush. They'll give it to Lowry, trying to go left side, sidestep one tackle, then he's hit and taken down after a gain of maybe 1 or 2. That's, the one thing that you would have to hope in this sort of a situation if you're a Titan fan is that, when the goal line gets a lot closer to you, there's less that you have to worry about covering, and that should help your defense.
It should.
It hasn't so far, although it did on that play. We'll see what happens here on 2nd down from the 14. Roush with a man in motion. And again, they'll give it. Lowry looking for a hole. He'll get out the outside and hop into the end zone. Touchdown. Bit of a hard hit at the very end. Lowry slow and getting up.
That's very close to being a personal foul right there because he was already in the end zone clearly.
No flag, but the touchdown will count, certainly.
We got to keep our composure.
And again, I mean, that was just way too easy. Again, like we were talking about, they don't have the whole field to have to cover.
No.
How can you allow that much empty space for a runner to be running it? Ross out for the extra point. Snap back, ball down, kick up, high long, and it is good.
And the extra point is good.
21.8 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. We've had 5 touchdowns scored. 21-14. We'll see if the Titans have yet another answer when we come back here on Titan Football, a presentation of Backcourt Sports. Beck Bros Productions at 810varsity.com.
Whether it be auto, home, life, umbrella, small business, or specialty coverages, Jeff Watt of Farmers Insurance looks forward to helping you make a wise decision for your future. Jeff's been a long-time resident of Liberty and is happy to answer any questions you might have. Give Jeff a call at 816-792-1415 or visit farmersagent.com/jwatt. Jeff Watt of Farmers Insurance, a proud supporter of the Liberty community and athletics.
Welcome back out to Titan Stadium. Joel Becker, Coach Royce Bay, Lee Summit West and Liberty. The Blue Jays on top of the Titans 21-14 with a little less than 22 seconds left to go in the first quarter. 76-70. I think that was the most points scored in any Titan game, but that required 4 overtimes.
It did.
I'm not so sure we won't get there today.
At this rate?
In the regular play. Shallow kick taken by Cooper at the 15. Again, he'll get up to around the 25. Never really could get a good return going. And so, but the Titans will have better than the field position they would have had on a touchback. So 18 seconds left to go.
Please stand and be recognized at this time.
Recognizing the alumni here on homecoming night.
We'd like to welcome back all former Titans.
4 receivers on the left side, empty backfield, 1 on the right. 1st and 10 from the 25. Coble takes the snap, a bit of a low snap, throws near side, it's caught, and Clemens makes the catch, forced out of bounds as he got up to about the 32. Maybe the 33. And the clock stopped on the out-of-bounds play. Back to throw Coble. Got time. Rolls. There's a flag down. This is probably coming back as it's caught by Cardell. And he works his way up to the 45, but this one's coming back.
Number 25, Trevor Cardell. There's a flag down on the far side of the field.
Looks like we're going to get one more play in this quarter. 2 seconds left. Our referee, John Hill, holding against the Titans. The flag is at the 30, which was about 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage, so it'll have the effect of a 13-yard penalty. Set up a 2nd down and long. 2nd about 15 from the 20.
Sounds like the fans out here get a little frustrated too. The volume's up on the speaker.
Yep.
They're looking back at you, yelling at you.
Could be, probably will be, the last play of the quarter. Actually, they're not going to get another playoff in the quarter as they started the clock up after that, and that will be the end of the first quarter of play.
And that'll do it for the first quarter of play. At the beginning of 2, it's Liberty 21.
They're discussing the matter with the Titans, but that's going to do it for quarter number 1. We played 12 minutes of football. When we come back, it'll be 2nd and 15 for the Titans from their own 20. When Titan football returns here on Backcourt Sports, Beck Bros Productions, and 810varsity.com.
High school sports fans, Trent Green here, and when I want the latest scores and news, there's only one place I go, 810varsity.com. Live scores, features, brackets, and even watch games live on the laptop, phone, or mobile device. Watch the Lee Summit, Blue Springs, and Park Hill schools, Blue Valleys, Olathes, Rockhurst, Miege, Lansing. The list goes on into Missouri and Kansas. And playoff broadcasts too, plus top 25, awards, and more. Check it out now, Kansas City's home for high school sports, 810varsity.com.
Well, it's been a different game for the Titans today. It's funny, over the course of the first 6 games of the year, we have had lots of different types of football. We've had the games where the Titans are all over their opponents and score 4 or 5 touchdowns in the first quarter. We've had the ones where they aren't able to score until the 3rd or 4th and come back and get a win. They have the game last week where they're have a hard time in the first quarter, do better in the second, and then get run out of town in the 4th.
Second down and 15 for the Titans.
And here we're just trading punches.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, it's score after score after score.
Nobody's been stopped yet.
Nobody's punted.
This is the longest down and distance I think we've had in the game, certainly for the Titans, but I think for anybody. 2nd and 15 after the penalty. And it'll be a give up the middle, and some big running room, Max Payne, and he'll get a first down.
Up the middle by number 48.
Huge hole right up the middle. And, boy, Max has really shown some speed today.
He's really running very well.
I mean, we've known that he can run hard in the past, and we have not seen Marcion Marshall yet.
That's the thing, too.
He's standing over there. It seems like he's okay.
Yep. They're not trading off. They're giving him
but so far, Max is
the workload.
Yeah.
And you know what? He kind of gave you a little resemblance of Phillip Brooks right there.
A little bit as they give it to him again up the middle. And again, this time he forces his way forward for a gain of about 5.
Up the middle.
As
tackle made by number 52, Matthew Henning.
The defensive lineman hit him right on the edge, but he pushed forward for probably another 3 yards after that.
Down and 5.
So it'll be 2nd and 5. Twins on either side, and Payne in the pistol behind Coble. Liberty showing blitz. They do come on the blitz, and again, Max up the middle will gain about 3, maybe 4. It'll be 3rd and short. Boy, if they could have only opened the hole up just a little bit more
right there.
He had to stop because he didn't have a big hole to go through. But they came on a run blitz, and they came off the side and they ran up the middle. So all he had to do, if there were a hole, there would have been nobody in the second level to catch him. Now, they might have caught him with the safety at some point, but it would have been a long run.
Yes,
longer than that. 3rd and short. Titans and on play action, throw over the middle, caught Cardell on the post pattern, gets a first down and more.
Pass is complete.
All the way down to the Blue Jay 32.
Number 25, Trevor Cardell.
It's just a
good for
little baby post there.
That was nice.
And a nice little play action, too. He definitely got the Blue Jay linebackers to bite on it.
Yes, he did.
1st and 10 Titans from the Liberty 32.
And that's exactly where he threw it, was in the area where the linebackers would have been had they backed up, but they didn't. Looking at the run. On first down, it's Payne on the give up the middle. He bounced it to the outside a little bit, made a good decision, got about 8 yards. It'll be 2nd down and short.
Tackle made at the 24. 8-yard gain on the run, 2nd down and 2.
Clock running, 9:40 left to go in the first half. Titans trailing by 7, trying to answer a touchdown for the 3rd time in the game. Man in motion is Goodall. They fake it, now throw over the middle, incomplete. Yeah, it was the same sort of play to Cardell.
Incomplete.
But he missed it.
Brings
It
up
was
3rd
a
down
little
and 2
too
for
far
the
in front of him.
It was.
And it'll set up a 3rd and short. As Goodall comes out and Carswell will come in. Could be in 4-down territory here. Certainly have the leg to kick it from here.
I think he would go for it here.
I would. Cooper goes in motion, becomes a slot man on the left side. Payne in the pistol. He'll get the call up the middle, cuts it to the outside, gets the first down. Down to the 20-yard line. Needed about 2, got about 4.
Different.
And again, made a good choice, as that play was really designed to go off right tackle, and he went around right tackle.
Meet on the track underneath the scoreboard.
So it'll be 1st and 10 right out at the edge of the red zone for the Titans. Carswell still in the game as the H-back on the right. And Max Payne will follow him, but he lost his footing.
Sure did, right on that cut.
Yeah. Apparently that 20-yard line paint is a little high.
Or it almost looked like he tripped over Cam's foot.
He might have, actually. At any rate, it'll be a very, very minor gain on the play.
Down to 10.
Put them into the red zone just barely, and it'll be 2nd down. Twins on the left, 1 man on the right. Again, Carswell the H-back. Back to throw is Coble with time. Rolls to the left. Now he'll throw, and he was looking for Cooper, incomplete.
Pass is incomplete.
Eventually just ran out of time.
Boy, he sure did. I mean, and he had time to throw the football.
Oh, plenty.
14, Dominic.
He had 2 plays worth of time to
He
throw the
did.
football.
Compared to last week.
And it'll set up a 3rd down. Depends on what happens on 3rd down as to whether they're in 4-down territory here, I would say. Incomplete pass, I don't know that they go for it.
Right.
But if it's 3rd and short, I imagine they may. Coble from the pistol. They show blitz. Good pickup by Payne. Throw in, and it is caught. Cooper hit and tackled as he got to the 15. So now it's decision time. 4th and 5 from the 15.
Well, I tell you what, if Liberty better be looking, because they had we had 2 receivers sitting over here to the right, and only 1 guy covering him. But you couldn't see that, though, could you?
No clue. And I tell you what, no hesitation. They're going for it. And based on the lack of defense in this game, I can't say as I blame them too much.
Not at all.
Maybe they can get them to jump off sides. 4th and 5.
That still wouldn't help right now.
Back to throw, stepping up, throwing toward the end zone. It's caught. Did he get in bounds? They're talking about it. Touchdown. Touchdown, Titans. As Trevor Cardell, for the 2nd time, able to come down with it. And I thought he'd come down as well. Looked like he landed in bounds.
Oh, he did. He did a great job.
And that'll tie things up with the extra point with 7:28 left to go here in the first half. So 3 touchdowns for Liberty, 3 answers for the Titans.
There's a penalty on the last play, roughing the passer. It'll be enforced on the kickoff.
If you probably heard that from the PA announcer, they called roughing the passer on Coble on that play. So even if they hadn't have scored,
right,
it would have been a first down. Not because of an automatic first down, but just because it would have been enough. Wiley to try and tie it. Oh, good job by Clemens to get that down, low snap. And Wiley able to punch it through. And we're knotted up again for the 3rd time. It's 21-all now. 7:28 to go here first half. Back with the kickoff after this on Titan Football. A presentation of Backcourt Sports, Beck Bros Productions, and 810varsity.com.
High school sports fans, check this out. 810varsity.com now brings live video game casts for more than 25 KC Metro schools all season long. Now you can watch and listen to the games live on your computer, iPad, or phone. Park Hill South, Miege, Aquinas, the Olathe and Blue Valley schools, and the list goes on and on. Plus, live scores, playoff brackets, rankings, and more. Get all the games live at 810varsity.com.
Well, they're marching off the 15 yards now on the kickoff, so the ball will be on the 45-yard line. Would you think about an onside kick from here? You know, because, I mean, if you don't make it, it's a 35.
You haven't stopped him.
I know. I'm thinking to myself, what difference does it make where you get it? I mean, obviously, Wiley can kick it out the back of the end zone from here, although he might try and kick it really high and see if he can get, good coverage.
Yeah, it looks like.
But where the way they're playing, they only got 4 guys up there. I would I think an onside kick would have a good chance of actually working. And even if it doesn't, you're only giving the ball on the 35.
Right.
And it's a little pooch kick, and it was grabbed at the 29. I don't think that was intended as an onside per se.
No, but they meant to do that.
Yeah, oh yeah, clearly.
Yeah.
I think they were hoping that, nobody would be there to jump up and catch it the way that happened.
And I think he wanted a little bit more air underneath it, so we had the opportunity to run underneath
Right.
it.
It's an interesting situation whenever you've got one of those, a 15-yard penalty on a kickoff. Because it gives you an awful lot of options as to what you might want to do. Well, I'll tell you what they want to do, and that's to come up with a stop on defense for a change. We'll see going this way on the wide receiver screen. Rook makes the catch and able to pick it up to about the 32 maybe, 33. It'll be a gain of 4. Apparently that was Strike who caught it and not Book, excuse me.
Sideline warning has been issued.
7:18 left to go. I always wondered why you got a warning.
I don't know.
I mean, it's not like, for players that would be one thing, they're high school kids or whatever, but for the coaching staff?
You know what, I don't think I ever got one.
These are adults. They should have enough self-control to not go running onto the field, even creeping onto the field or whatever. And it's not like it's a new rule for them.
Right.
Anyway, second down and about 7. And on play action, throwing far side incomplete. Looking for Brown. First time he was targeted, but too far over his head. And the first 3rd and long here for Liberty. I shouldn't say it for a while. They had one earlier.
Liberty's kind of got another game plan, too.
Yeah, two passings.
7 yards to go. It's 3rd down.
Of course, the way they've been running the ball again, I would have no problem whatsoever to give the ball to Lowry on 3rd and 8.
Right.
Although the last time they threw an easy pass. And off play action, they'll throw, and it is caught for a first down. And that time it is
to the right side.
Rook, I believe, who made the catch. Book, excuse me.
Catch made by number 18, Michael Book.
And again, way too easy on a third and 8 to be able to throw a 14-yard pass that was uncontested.
From their own 44.
He made the catch, and basically sat down.
We're clearly playing a cover 2.
On first down, man comes in motion. Lowry, they'll give it to him on the end around, trying to find some room. And good job, Cahill, stepping up and forcing him out of bounds at about the 48. That time, the Titans did an okay job of stringing it out, but it was still a gain of 4.
Pushed out of bounds by number 28, Andrew Cahill.
Kid was quick.
Yeah.
4-yard gain, 2nd down and 6.
Clock stopped with 6:28 left to go in the half. 21 all our score. And we get an official timeout. Assuming it's some equipment related or something.
Yeah, guy's tying his shoe.
Yeah.
Lowry.
Yep. As he moves out into the slot, although he has been going in motion in some plays, Roush with Gray in the backfield. And back to throw over the middle, and it is incomplete. Intended for Strike.
Boy, I tell you what, it looked
He
good.
almost caught it, yeah.
For number 16, Evan Strike.
Must have caught it on a bounce.
Must have, because it looked like to me he caught it.
It'll be 3rd and 6. To their credit, the players around it all seemed to think that he hadn't caught it.
3rd down.
They had a pretty good, and more importantly, officials agreed with them. So we'll see what they do here on 3rd down and 6. They need to gain the Titan 46, the ball on the Blue Jay 48, and it looks like Liberty's going to burn their first time out here.
Run that clock down.
Yeah. 6:24 left to go. First time out for either team.
And Liberty
Which is
has not ran the
amazing.
ball this series.
It's amazing. It's 7:50. We've been playing 50 minutes of this game, and no team has taken a timeout, and everybody's running the ball, and it's still been 50 minutes, and we got half a quarter left to go. More than half a quarter left to go. Do we get overtime pay if it goes past midnight?
Boss man?
No. He did bring some pulled pork sandwiches.
He
You gotta
did.
give him that.
Pulled pork sandwiches were delicious.
I don't know. I think if we work 2 days, we should get paid for 2. If it goes past midnight. I mean, it is 7:50. I could see it happening. And I'm not talking about those 2.5-hour rain delays either.
And is it a 20-minute half?
I don't know. For the homecoming, regular half.
Regular
they're saying,
half.
yeah. All right, on third down, Roush. Oh, the Titans come with a blitz. He just heaves it up in the air, and it is incomplete.
Pass is incomplete.
Kelly out on an island with strike, and that was just a jump ball.
Hey, wait a
Big
second. What do you
pressure
see
up the middle
here?
by number 87, Cam Carswell.
Looks like the offense is staying out here for Liberty.
Yeah, it looks like they may go for it on 4th and 6.
Oh, here they come.
Here comes the punting unit. Although they are certainly in a position where a fake punt is a possibility.
Oh, it is.
It's 4th down and 6 with the ball on their own 48. Cooper's going to head back and stand at around his own 15. Their punter is Ross, who's also their place kicker. See what they do here. They snap it to Ross, and he steps into it. Cooper will let it bounce. Boy, that was
close.
Yeah, Cahill was over there, and nobody told him to get out of the way, and it bounced and came within inches of hitting him. Down to the 22 or so. So for the first time in this game, a defense comes up with a stop.
It does. Now let's see if the Titans can now capitalize.
Well, you got to wonder sometimes in plays like that how much of it is a stop on the defense and how much of it is the offense just getting away from what they were having success with.
Right.
You know, there's that old adage in football that if a play works, keep running it. And in this situation, you've had the running game has just been lights out for Liberty, and for some reason on that series they just abandoned it.
They did. They got away from the running scheme, and that really did affect them right there.
Boy, how about that jailbreak blitz there on that third down play? Coble on the delayed give to Payne, looking for running room on the left side, finds some. He's hit and tackled as he got across the 25 to about the 27 maybe. Pick up of 5, let's say. 2nd down and 5 from there.
Number 28, Ryan Olivas.
Still waiting for the first appearance of Marcion Marshall. It looks like we're going to have a penalty on this play.
Holding against the Titans.
Holding was the call, so that run coming back. And it'll be 1st down from the 15. Having to get out to the 24, so 1st and 18-19 from there. Cooper in motion, pistol formation. Coble takes the snap, looking over the middle. He's got Clemens, who makes the catch and hit and tackled across the 25 to about the 27.
Catch is complete.
Amazingly, that's almost exactly where they were before.
It was.
It'll be 2nd down. And about 6 from there.
4-yard gain on the catch. 2nd down and 6.
They come out with trips on the right side, pistol formation again. Payne behind Coble, back to throw Coble, sends it out to Cooper. Stutter steps, makes one man miss, up the near sideline as he gets across the 35 to about the 38. Tell you what, pretty good individual effort there for Cooper.
Cooper's a very fine football player who is going to Notre Dame on baseball.
Early Summer West. First down.
I tell you what, if he ever gets caught in a pickle in baseball,
First and 10 Titans.
he can use some of that.
Yes, he can.
Because he definitely made that guy miss. Just stay in the baseline when you do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
First and 10 Titans. Here come the Blue Jays on a blitz, throwing, and it is caught far side. Not much there. They're trying to set up a wide receiver screen, but Coble was rushed.
Pass complete to the far side.
And so
of the field.
Cardell made the catch, but not really much on it, maybe a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Pretty risky throw right there.
It actually
1 yard
was.
gain after the catch by Cardell.
Because they were playing pretty tight coverage.
2nd down and 9.
Clock running with 4:22 left to go in the half. Again, they come on the blitz. They'll throw and incomplete. Cardell
Pass is incomplete.
apparently, I was going to say, heard those. And the funny thing was, is that had he caught it, it really wasn't that big a hit that was coming. He just dropped it. And it'll be 3rd and 9. Stops the clock with 4:16 left to go in the half.
3rd down and 9 for Lee Summit West.
Titans are at their own 40, so this is probably not 4-down territory for them either. Coble from the shotgun. Back to throw. He's got time this time. Rolls to the right, steps up. Still buying time, throwing. He's got a man. It is caught. Payne down the far sideline and hit and tackle to the 30-yard line. They'll mark him down to the 29.
Ben did a great job right there of staying in the pocket, not vapor locking, not panicking, and working himself.
You know who that actually reminded me of? Another Ben.
Great job by the offensive line to give the quarterback some time on that
I'm thinking
play.
of Ben Roethlisberger.
Oh, Roethlisberger, of course.
I mean, that looked just like the kind of thing that Roethlisberger used to do to the Chiefs all the time, where he would just extend plays and extend plays and then find somebody who would break open just like that and end up killing the defense with what seemed like a broken play. 1st and 10 Titans, give to Payne up the middle. He's hit and tackled as he got to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard. Let's call it 2nd and 10.
Line of scrimmage by number 32.
Clock running with 3.5 minutes left to go. Titans with all 3 of their timeouts. Tie game, 21 all. Payne will come out.
No gain on the play. 2nd down and 10.
So the only kind of a running back they have is Cooper right now. And they're playing empty backfield. Trips on the right, Twins on the left. Cooper in motion. And they will give it to Sammy. Cuts up. Big hole up the middle as he gets across the 25 down to about the 22.
Cooper with a
good
carry
decision by Cooper as he could have strung that out, but saw that the pursuit was coming, so he just cut up the middle and actually caught a lot of the Blue Jays heading toward the sideline.
That was nicely done.
It'll be a pickup of about 8 and a very manageable 3rd and 2. Payne back in the game in the pistol, trips on the left side. And it's a play action toss, incomplete. He had Cooper wide open. And for some reason, Sammy went a little awkwardly for the ball.
He did.
And so this is interesting. They're sending Wiley on, it looks like. Kicking into the wind for what would seem to be. No, I take that back. Well, looks like it's going to be about a 39-yard field goal attempt here to give the Titans a lead. Snap back, ball down, kick up. He's got the leg, and he just snuck it past. It's good.
It's good.
39-yarder for Michael Wiley.
39-yard field goal.
And the Titans gain their first lead of the game. 24-21 our score. 2:20 they'll go here in the first half. This is Titan Football, a presentation of Backport Sports, Beck Bros Productions, and 810varsity.com.
When Lee Summit needs insurance, home, auto, or life, Wayne Birch of Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance has been there. Birch delivers a promise for the future and protection from the unknown, dedicated to making sure you have the right coverage to fit your individual needs. Call Wayne at 816-525-5012. That's 816-525-5012. Wayne Birch of Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, a proud supporter of Lee Summit Area Athletics.
An impressive show of leg into the wind for Michael Wiley, 39, almost 40 yards on the kick. Didn't have a whole lot of clearance, but he got enough. We'll see. It gives the Titans their first lead of the game with 2:20 left to go in the first half. They lead at 24-21. Wiley's kickoff is a squib down the middle, and it is taken about the 5. Lowry up to the 10. Stutter steps, gets around one man. He's hit and tackled at the 16. Maybe the 17. Good job of coverage.
Special teams makes the tackle at the 16.
And we'll see if the Titans defense, after their first stop of the game, can build on that.
Right.
With only 2:14 left to go, although Liberty does have two of their 3 timeouts.
Well, Joe, go back to that last field goal.
The decision to kick it?
The decision to kick it instead of going ahead and...
It was 4th and 2. And they haven't shown an ability to stop you on a play like that.
No, and your running back is running very hard.
I don't know. We'll see if it comes back to bite him. Lowry on the run around the right side. He's hit and tackled as he got across the 20 to about the 23.
To the right side.
Now they're stopping the clock. Was there a penalty called? Or did they call a timeout? I don't know why they would call a timeout there. I think the Blue Jays... No, the Titans.
Timeout, Lee Summit West.
Why would the Titans call a timeout?
I don't know.
Unless something they saw was of too much concern to Vinny Carswell and company that they felt like they had to talk about it.
Right.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not for sure right there.
Anyway, getting back to the decision to kick the field goal, it's certainly questionable. I mean, you can make an argument for it. I was glad to see him show that kind of confidence in Michael Wiley, and it was good to see Wiley be able to come through.
Yeah, but this type of a game where you're scoring,
where everybody it's counter punching the whole game through. We've had one stop.
I don't know.
The Titans do get the ball to come out with a second half, but still, that would have made more sense if there was 20 seconds left, and and you wanted to go to the locker room with the ball coming out in a lead. But with this much time, there's plenty of time for them to score. As back to throw, Roush will heave one down the field. He's got a man open. Strike. He makes the catch. He landed. He couldn't keep his footing, but it'll be all the way down to the Titan 42.
Great catch.
Yeah, Teray laid out for that one.
Wow.
And again,
Number 18, Michael Book.
Roush has no problem throwing into coverage.
He doesn't.
But on the other hand, his receivers have been able to get open in that coverage.
There wasn't much coverage right there.
I mean, there were 2 people there, but it's not, it's not like they were going stride for stride with them. So with 1:45 and counting here in the half, Blue Jays in business. And keep in mind, they do have the wind at their back, so their field goal kicker looks like he's got plenty of leg. I don't know how accurate he is, but Roush. Back to throw again, throwing down the near sideline. It's incomplete. There's a flag.
Clearly holding on us.
Yeah. We'll see if they call it holding or interference. I'm not sure it was a catchable ball. It was pretty highly overthrown. It was intended for Blake Fordyce. It will most likely... Now, defensive holding in high school is a 10-yard penalty anyway, so we're only talking about 5 yards difference either way. It'll give them a first down. They're calling holding on the defense. I think that's the right call because it was holding clearly.
It was.
But I don't think it was interference in that. I don't think he could have possibly caught it anyway. Even with that. I mean, you can make the argument that if he wasn't holding him, maybe he could have got to it, but I don't think he could have. Although, again, that'll move the chains. It'll be a first down. Minute 23 left to go. Ball on the 31-yard line of the Titans. So unlike the NFL where it's a 5-yard penalty and an automatic first down, in high school it's a 10-yard penalty. And they get the first down anyway. Roush will roll to the right side. He's looking to throw again. He'll throw. Far side incomplete.
Pass is incomplete.
The reaction from the crowd, if you didn't watch, was a photographer getting popped by the ball. There was also a little bit of a reaction to what was some hand fighting out there between the receiver and the defender, but again, that was an uncatchable ball. That one wasn't even close, and it wasn't a hold. It was just contact.
Second down and 10.
Second and 10. Clock stopped, 1:18 left to go. But I don't believe that will stop the Liberty coaching staff for giving the officials a bit of a
they'll give them an
earful. Roush on the give up the middle. Oh, great play from behind Lowry. And
Carswell.
that was Cam Carswell coming back, and he caught him from behind, but more importantly, managed to hang on to him. That's a tough thing to do.
It was.
That really requires a lot of strength to be able to hang on to someone. It sets up a third down and long, third and about 12. We'll see if the Titans come. There's a catch on the far side, fumbled, and the Titans pick it up. Let's see if they call it a fumble. It sure looked like one.
It sure did.
I don't know. Are they calling it down?
Might have been an inverted whistle, too.
They may have blown it dead before he lost the ball. It'll be fourth down and 11.
33.
And the Blue Jays are going to call timeout. I thought maybe they were doing one of those things where they don't allow you to advance the ball after the fumble, where it would still be Titan football, but that's apparently not the case. Boy, this is one of those times I really wish we'd had a replay to look at, because clearly the ball came out before he was down.
And Liberty took that timeout there, right?
Yeah. Now, again, this would be about a 51-yard kick, and this kid Ross does have a pretty good leg, but I don't think I'd even give him the chance to try and tie it here. I think I'd go for it and take my chances on even though it's fourth and 11 with 44 seconds left to go. There's no point in punting it.
No, I don't think so either.
I think you just go for it and hope for the best. And if you miss it, you miss it. But
I tell you what, I'm having a hard time looking at these numbers. Is it me? Or are they hard to see?
I think it's you.
Okay.
You're talking about for Liberty?
Yeah.
I mean, it's blue numbers on a white jersey. Fourth and 11, back to throw Roush. He's got time, throws. He's got a man, but missed him. Incomplete, intended for Book. He was open. A good pass would have been a first down. But the Titans will take over on downs. And again, I don't have any problem with that call.
No, not at all. Because I mean that was a good call.
Yeah.
And he was.
Oh, he could. Open. Yeah, they easily could have made the first down. Now the Titans do have 40 seconds and a pair of timeouts. They certainly have plenty of time to make a run here.
Well, yep, no doubt. And we're getting close to kneeling the ball down and going to halftime.
You think a fake kneel is coming?
Fake kneel.
You think if they did that, they'd get another unsportsmanlike conduct penalty?
Producer Mark thinks so.
From the pistol, it's a delayed give. Payne up the middle, big running room, huge hole. Still on his feet across midfield down to the 45-yard line. They'll mark him down to the 44. Max Payne, just a gash up the middle. And boy, I don't know if he's got a new pair of shoes or what, but boy, is he running fast today.
He's impressive.
Are you sure that isn't Phillip Brooks in his uniform or something?
I think so.
Back to throw. Coble lets one go. Near side caught. Out of bounds Clemens. Made the catch at the 35.
Number 14, Kate Clemens.
It looks like it's about a yard shy of a first down, but it'll stop the clock with 24 seconds left to go. Titans, as I said, have 2 timeouts.
Second down and 1 for the Titans.
And they are apparently about in field goal range, too, for that matter.
Yes, they are.
Almost. Maybe 10 yards. Twins on either side. Pistol formation. Cooper in motion. So you got Trips on the left side. Back to throw is Coble looking over the middle. Throwing near side. He's got Clemens into the end zone. Touchdown. Touchdown. Titans. Cade Clemens. And I tell you what, Ben Coble throwing into double coverage himself, and he threaded the needle. Clemens came down with it, and the Titans extend their lead. It's 30-21 with the extra point to come.
Extra point to come, and we get the football second half.
Michael Wiley trying to make it a 10-point Titan lead. Lyon with the snap. Clemens, the touchdown receiver, with the hold. Puts it down. Wiley's kick is up, and it is good. 17.8 seconds left to go in the first half. Titans lead at 31-21. Kickoff coming up after this on Titan Football, a presentation of Backport Sports, Beck Bros Productions, and 810varsity.com.
Whether it be auto, home, life, umbrella, small business, or specialty coverages, Jeff Watt of Farmers Insurance looks forward to helping you make a wise decision for your future. Jeff's been a long-time resident of Liberty and is happy to answer any questions you might have. Give Jeff a call at 816-792-1415 or visit farmersagent.com/jwatt. Jeff Watt of Farmers Insurance, a proud supporter of the Liberty community and athletics.
Back live at Titan Stadium, Joel Becker, Coach Royce Boehm, the Hall of Famer. As we're about set for the kickoff, as Wiley has the ball teed up at the 40-yard line. Curious to see whether he squibs it again or what. It'll be a squib, and it's going to go out of bounds. Yes, it does. They're saying he touched the ball, and yeah, the officials are going to agree with them and put the ball down at the 5-yard line.
Will be placed at the 4-yard line.
Boy, I tell you what.
17 seconds remaining.
17.8, a tenth of a second ticked off as it went off of him and then out of bounds. Boy, the Titans sure caught a break there.
Oh, they sure did.
Curious to see if the Blue Jays are even going to try, run anything here or not. Down by 10, but on their own 5.
Maybe a fake kneel?
Fake kneel. How about this? They try a kneel. They call it unsportsmanlike conduct and give the Titans a safety. I mean, as long as we're making up rules. Run up the middle, Lowry. Ball's loose. Who got it?
Got a chance to score again.
Titans football.
And Titans recover the fumble.
Well, I talked about turnovers being a possible factor in the game.
There it was.
And Lowry losing control. You know what that was? That's the football gods paying us back for the fumble we should have had on the last play that we didn't get.
Yes, you're exactly right.
So they're going to bring the offense out. 12.9 seconds left, and they've got 2 timeouts with the ball on the 13.
I think you go to the end zone.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Times.
Although you don't have to. You've got a timeout. You can even go short of the end zone. They will toss it toward the end zone. Open player, incomplete. Cardell was open. And a good job in coverage there of catching back up to it by Simpson, or maybe that was Gramsus, I'm not sure.
And again, this is the time, though, I wish we had a camera replay. So it looked like he hit that sucker.
Second down and 10 for the Titans with 9 seconds left on the clock.
It's maybe the last chance they have before with a field goal attempt, potentially. And again, the whole playbook is open because they have 2 timeouts.
And Sterling is not up here, so somebody's calling the play.
Man in motion. Was Goodall back to throw. Oh, they come up on the blitz, throwing over the middle. Cardell caught, touchdown. Trevor Cardell with his 3rd touchdown catch of the half. And with 4.3 seconds left to go.
Impressive.
The Titans lead at 37-21 with the extra point to come. And another Ben Roethlisberger-esque type extension of the play and then throwing it over the middle.
Yeah, but the catch was unreal.
Yeah, because he threw it behind him.
Way behind him.
And he reached back and took it away from the defender. Wiley's extra point is good.
And the extra point is
4.3 seconds left to go. 38-21 Titans. Back after this. This is Titan Football, a presentation of Backport Sports, Beck Bros Productions, and 810varsity.com.
High school sports fans, check this out. 810varsity.com now brings live video game casts for more than 25 KC Metro schools all season long. Now you can watch and listen to the games live on your computer, iPad, or phone. Park Hill South, Miege, Aquinas, the Olathe and Blue Valley schools, and the list goes on and on. Plus, live scores, playoff brackets, rankings, and more. Get all the games live at 810varsity.com.
Back out at Titan Stadium, Joel Becker, Coach Royce Fame. Lee Summit West, Liberty. Titans on top of the Blue Jays, 38-21. What a turnaround.
Huge turnaround.
21-all was our score as another little chip.
Ooh,
and this is a live ball.
They got it.
And the Titans jump on it. Do they have possession? Let's wait for the indication. They would actually have time for another attempt here. They haven't actually said the Titans have it yet. The officials are still, but they certainly are acting like they do. Titan football. It turned out to be an onside kick. I mean, it wasn't really intended as one exactly.
But
it was just a squib, but he put it in an open area.
In a dead spot.
And really, there were two Titans that got there and one Blue Jay, and they just wrestled it away. Now the officials are talking about it again here.
Okay, you got 4 seconds.
Yeah.
You got one shot for the end zone at a time. Well,
I don't know. Are we at Staley? And Staley, at 4 seconds, you can run off 2 plays.
Oh, Mr. Reed running the clock. No, he's on it.
Luckily, it's 4.3, so we got that extra little cushion. They do have the 2 timeouts.
Lee Summit West.
The Titans will call a timeout.
Their last timeout.
That's their second timeout.
Sorry, second timeout of the half.
Yeah.
1 remaining with 4 seconds left on the clock.
38-21, 4.3 seconds left. Boy, what a strange ending to a first half.
Strange ending. Their third possession, and they get the ball coming out of halftime.
And it totally blows up my theory too. I was going to say that clearly the problem last week was that Vonzell Kelly was back.
Right.
And the 9 tackles he had just wasn't enough.
No.
But yet here we are the next week, and they're up by 38-21. But they have just been fortune has been smiling on them the last 3 minutes or so.
Sure has. They got. We haven't seen this set before. Both big men on the same side.
Cardell and Clemens, you're mentioning on the near side, the short side. Back to throw, Coble, he's hit and go down. No, he throws it up for grabs and it is caught. Cardell, touchdown.
Oh my gosh!
And there's a flag at the end. Another flag. How come he has 2 flags, I wonder? Normally they have to throw their hat for the second one. It's going to be celebration of penalties of some sort, one would think. Boy, how about that?
That is unreal.
I mean, he's getting.
You know what?
I have to say that if I were the Blue Jays, I would be a little upset that they allowed that play to go.
God. Did he look like a Kansas City Chief quarterback, maybe?
Little. But, he just heaved it up for grabs.
He did, but he did it with his right hand instead of his left hand.
Yeah, there you go.
Wow.
Now, they're having a discussion. I don't know exactly what they're talking about. Probably the penalties.
It depends on if we retaliated.
Well, but they can't take the points away.
No. I mean, it happened after the play.
Yeah.
So I think it might be offsetting personal fouls.
Well, the unsportsmanlike conducts.
Conducts, right.
They'd still keep track of it because you only get the 2. Let's see what we got here. Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Blue Jays and unsportsmanlike conduct against the Titans. The penalty's offset, but the touchdown counts.
Penalty's offset. The touchdown does stand.
So 44-21. The time is over for the half, but they'll obviously allow him to go for the extra point here before we finish off the half. Wiley. Snap back, ball down, kick up, high long, and it is good.
Point is good.
Wow.
At the end of the first half, Lisa Moore,
24 unanswered points
In less than
like 5 minutes or so of clock time.
wow.
We go to the end of the first half. Titans on top, 45-21. Mark Files will be alongside to join us at halftime. This is Titan Football, a presentation of Backcourt Sports, Beck Bros Productions, and 810varsity.com.
When it comes to selling or buying land, commercial or residential property in the Kansas City metro area, turn to the Rucker Group at RE/MAX First Choice. We put our 55 years of client service to work for you. Keep you informed every step of the process by utilizing powerful industry, technology, and marketing strategies to achieve results. Veteran operated, we live here, play here, and have kids in the school district. We are your local experts.
810 Varsity takes you through the football season like never before. Watch games live throughout Kansas and Missouri, and even postseason action at 810varsity.com. Plus live tournament brackets, top 25, Elite 81 All-Metro team, live scoreboard, stories, and more. Check out Kansas City's new home for high school sports coverage, 810varsity.com.
When Lee Summit needs insurance, home, auto, or life, Wayne Birch of Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance has been there. Birch delivers a promise for the future and protection from the unknown, dedicated to making sure you have the right coverage to fit your individual needs. Call Wayne at 816-525-5012. That's 816-525-5012. Wayne Birch of Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, a proud supporter of Lee Summit area athletics.
I got a message for you. Radio is the way to go if you want to advertise. Targeting your customers, any shape or size. Radio is a perfect way to tell them who and where you are. They listen at work, they listen at home, and you got them in that car. You got to go with radio when you want to advertise. Here we go. Watch me now. Hard rock and soft rock and easy listening too. Up and down the dialer formats just for you. Country, classic, talk, and gospel stations. Every market across the land has got a station for your situation. The cost is low, and radio is theater of the mind. You can present your information with imagination. If you want to get your message across the airways with radio. Call them, they will come right over. Remember, you got to go with radio when you want to advertise. There are lots of stations just your size.
Oh, shoot. What's the matter, Pop? Your mother's off at Taekwondo practice, and she says she wants me to find a hobby by this summer.
Well, why not play baseball, Dad?
Softball? I don't want to play softball.
Not softball, Dad. Baseball.
I don't even like softball,
Dad,
son, the way they
Dad,
just toss the ball in there.
Dad.
You know, I used to be a catcher.
Dad.
Softball, I just feel like a backstop.
Dad.
What?
I'm not talking about softball. I'm talking about baseball, Dad. You know, hardball.
Really? They have baseball for people my age?
Sure, Pop. The Kansas City Men's Senior Baseball League.
Well, now, I'm no spring chicken anymore, son. I don't want to play with all you young teenagers, you know.
I'm 35, Pop.
You are?
They have leagues for people both our ages. They have 18 and over, 28 and over, even 38 and over leagues.
Wonder if I still have my old mitt.
The Kansas City Men's Senior Baseball League, 913-649-2942.
I think your mother used it while training those tigers.
Call them. They'll get you all signed up. 913-649-2942.
649-2942. Good. As soon as your mother gets home from bungee jumping, I'll tell her.
Oh, great, Pop. She'll be so happy.
Oh.
What?
Well, when she gets happy, she might take it out on me.
Oh, Dad.
Welcome back to halftime, where the Titans are up 45-21 over the Blue Jays from Liberty High School. It is homecoming. They're in the process of introducing all the homecoming court. And when we get close to hearing who the queen candidate is, we'll definitely go live and let you hear that. Got the coach standing by, and he is looking at the stats. Anything stands out?
I'll tell you what, Mark. That last 3 minutes of play, I've never seen anything like that. It was 23-21 with less than 3 minutes, and we pop off 24 unanswered points to go up 45-21. Unreal. And we get the ball coming out at the second half. But total offense right now, there again, for the longest time, we waited for a punt because both teams are putting up some offense. Liberty's got 307, and Lee Summit West has got 407. Number of plays, pretty even, 32 for Liberty, 38 for Lee Summit West. Passing yards, respectable for both teams, 219 Liberty, 274 Lee Summit West. All touchdowns on the passes, no interceptions. Rushing yards, this is nice. Again, we talked about it last week where Sterling wanted to work on the pass or the running game. Liberty's got 88, which I think they got away from the running game, which I think they needed to stay with it. And Lee Summit West had 133 so far in the first half. Receiving yards, 274. Yeah, we talked about that one. Time of possession, pretty equal. 10:48 for Liberty, 12:48 for Lee Summit West.
Well, you go down and start to look at the individual stats. You're the head coach of Liberty or any team, and you give up 21 points in the last 3 minutes of the half. How do you get your kids focused back?
I tell you what, I honestly think that's a way you lose your team right there. Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, like I said, I've never seen anything like that.
Well, and the catch that Cardell made in the end zone from the last one was a very, very nice catch.
Oh, it was.
And kudos to Coble for standing tough there in the pocket. And he did have people hanging around his legs. And how many times have we seen a whistle blown in that situation?
He sure did. And that's crazy.
Riley runs cross country and track for the Titans and is a member of.
So they're going through the homecoming court, and that just gets bigger and bigger and bigger, doesn't it?
It does, and I'm surprised it wasn't extended to 20 minutes.
Well, I knew that we were going to go with a 15-minute halftime because we saw the dance team perform in the pregame.
Pregame, gotcha.
And so the band has graciously opted not to do their show here at halftime because I think they've got a band competition. I think they're at Lee Summit North tomorrow. So they'll be here, they'll play, and the players on the football team are excited about No Rain, but I can tell you who else is really excited about it, and that's Cliff Thurman and the marching band program because it gives them an opportunity to keep their kids healthy because it's going to be a long day in the rain tomorrow.
It is going to be a long day. Because that rain moves in about
1 o'clock this morning is what they're talking about. So, okay, so while we're waiting for the queen to be crowned here, you get the ball when you come back and you're the Titans. Is the goal right now to get to that 35-point spread? Is that what you're going to do?
Absolutely. Put it in the end zone.
Get it in the end zone, get it going, get that running clock, and start resting some starters a little bit.
Absolutely. Something that we haven't been able to do this year.
And Liberty's a respectable program. I was shocked when I saw that second half, the way they got pummeled there. That was rough.
No, that was very unexpected. As soon as the defense stopped him on that drive, it was just totally different.
Memory from high school was taking dubs with the boys. Next year he plans to attend the United States Air Force Academy.
Tell you what, they introduced everybody.
Well, they did.
The men and women, both on both sides of the court here. So
the last king candidate is Carson Spencer. Carson swims for the Titans.
The last king candidate. So they introduced all the candidates and the winners, I guess, too. So we're going to turn it over here to Matt Turner, the PA address announcer, and we'll listen to him give us the winner of the king and queen for this year's homecoming.
Political science at the University of Oklahoma. Carson is being escorted by Beth and David Spencer. Before we crown our queen, we would like to recognize a special guest. Rylan Potschwitz was crowned our 2018 Homecoming Princess. Rylan is a compassionate, creative 12-year-old fighting a bone marrow failure disorder. She was diagnosed last October with aplastic anemia, a rare disease where her body simply stopped producing enough blood cells. A lack of those cells left her vulnerable to life-threatening infections and bleeding. Through her diagnosis, she has always found a silver lining and is so grateful for those who donate blood, platelets, and bone marrow. Please stand, Titans, and let's honor Rylan for her tenacious fight. Today at our assembly, Ben Roush was crowned our 2018 Homecoming King. And a big round of applause for Ben. At this time, can all the Queen candidates please step forward?
If you're watching at home, of course, all the Queen candidates have moved out front, and Matt Turner will give you your winner.
Titan Homecoming Queen is Riley Lawrence. Congratulations to Ben and Riley, your 2018 Homecoming King and Queen.
Congratulations to Riley Lawrence. This is halftime. We're going to take a couple-minute break here, and then when we come back, we will get you ready for the full second half of Titan football as they host the Blue Jays from Liberty. You're listening to a presentation of Backport Sports, Beck Bros Productions, and 810varsity.com.
High school sports. Varsity.com now brings live video game casts for more than 25 KC Metro schools all season long. Now you can watch and listen to the games live on your computer, iPad, or phone. Park Hill South, Miege, Aquinas, the Olathe and Blue Valley schools, and the list goes on and on. Plus, live scores, playoff brackets, rankings, and more. Get all the games live at 810varsity.com.
When Lee Summit needs insurance, home, auto, or life, Wayne Birch of Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance has been there. Birch delivers a promise for the future and protection from the unknown, dedicated to making sure you have the right coverage to fit your individual needs. Call Wayne at 816-525-5012. That's 816-525-5012. Wayne Birch of Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, a proud supporter of Lee Summit area athletics.
When it comes to selling or buying land, commercial or residential property in the Kansas City metro area, turn to the Rucker Group at RE/MAX First Choice. We put our 55 years of client service to work for you. Keep you informed every step of the process by utilizing powerful industry, technology, and marketing strategies to achieve results. Veteran operated, we live here, play here, and have kids in the school district. We are your local experts. Whether it be auto, home, life, umbrella, small business, or specialty coverages, Jeff Watt of Farmers Insurance looks forward to helping you make a wise decision for your future. Jeff's been a long-time resident of Liberty and is happy to answer any questions you might have. Give Jeff a call at 816-792-1415 or visit farmersagent.com/jwatt. Jeff Watt of Farmers Insurance, a proud supporter of the Liberty community and athletics.
Welcome back to halftime. This is Mark Files, and shortly we'll have Joel and the coach bringing you all the live action here in the third quarter. Let's get you caught up on some scores from across the metro area as the site is buffering and updating on 810varsity.com. We got a couple of scores we want to talk about. Bishop Miege played in a big game against the Rockhurst Hawklets last week. They're up 21-13 over Blue Valley. Park Hill's up 19-0 over Blue Springs South. Cass Midway is up 7-0 over Adrian. Center's up 41-0 over Independence, Kansas. They came a long way for a ball game. Rockhurst at half. They're up 21-0 over Columbia Battle. North Kansas City is in a dogfight. It's 20-20 with Columbia Hickman. Columbia Rockbridge is over Sedalia Smith Cotton, 28-20. And let's see what else we have here for you.
Mark, I'm sorry, did I miss a Lee Summit North score?
No, we're getting ready to get to that. Raytown, Fort Osage, Raytown leads 16-14. at half. Kearney's up 14-0 over Green Valley. Grandview's up 16-7 over Ray South. Scrolling through, trying to get to that Lee Summit game. Let's see where we are here. And my site just keeps buffering on me here, guys. It's down the list. Let's see what we got here. (28-0) Lee Summit North over Lee Summit at halftime. And then we got Liberty North trailing Blue Springs 14-6 in the third quarter. They're a little ahead of us here. Imagine that. And then Oak Park is trailing Belton 28-10 in the start of the third quarter. And that is your local scores from around the area. Park Hill South is up 21-0 over Truman. And that gets you caught up. Raymore Peculiar's in a dogfight here. They scored his pop. They're tied 14-14 in the third with Platte County. Oh, so that's a interesting score there. William Crispin up 52-0 at half over Ruskin. All right, so before we went to break and got the homecoming queen announced, we talked about getting points quickly and getting your starters off the field.
Absolutely. I think that's what Sterling's going to do right here.
Defensively.
Especially take advantage of the opportunity right now.
Right. Well, and defensively, if the kids tackle well, then you'll start working in the twos, I would assume.
Right. Absolutely.
You know, here's what I like to see. We got Max Payne over 100 yards rushing in the first half on 13 carries. You got Cade Clibbins with 128 yards receiving and a TD. You got Cardell, who's coming in with 6 catches at 91 yards with the 4 TDs. Both of them are averaging well over 15 yards per catch. And then you got Max Payne, who got, I'm not going to say it's his first catch of the season, but it's less than 5 for him, and he got 26 yards on that one. And then you got Sammy with 2 catches for Sammy Cooper with 2 catches for 22 yards.
How many yards did Payne have there in the first half?
Max have in the first half? I can't give you that right off the top of my head, but I'm going to say he probably had close to 46 yards. On the breakdown. So with that, we're going to take both teams are back on the field. They're doing their quick warm-ups here. We're going to take a quick timeout, play you a couple more commercials, and then we'll give it back to Joel and the coach, and they will have all the second half action. You're listening to a presentation of Backport Sports, Beck Bros Productions, and 810varsity.com.
High school sports fans, Trent Green here, and when I want the latest scores and news, there's only one place I go, 810varsity.com. Live scores, features, brackets, and even watch games live on the laptop, phone, or mobile device. Watch the Lee Summit, Blue Springs, and Park Hill schools, Blue Valleys, Olathes, Rockhurst, Miege, Lansing. The list goes on into Missouri and Kansas. And playoff broadcasts too, plus top 25, awards, and more. Check it out now, Kansas City's home for high school sports, 810varsity.com.
When Lee Summit needs insurance, home, auto, or life, Wayne Birch of Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance has been there. Birch delivers a promise for the future and protection from the unknown, dedicated to making sure you have the right coverage to fit your individual needs. Call Wayne at 816-525-5012. That's 816-525-5012. Wayne Birch of Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, a proud supporter of Lee Summit area athletics.
Whether it be auto, home, life, umbrella, small business, or specialty coverages, Jeff Watt of Farmers Insurance looks forward to helping you make a wise decision for your future. Jeff's been a long-time resident of Liberty and is happy to answer any questions you might have. Give Jeff a call at 816-792-1415 or visit farmersagent.com/jwatt. Jeff Watt of Farmers Insurance, a proud supporter of the Liberty community and athletics.
Welcome back out to Titan Stadium. Joel Becker, Coach Royce Boehm, Lee Summit West, and Liberty. And obviously it was a total
domination of the first half by the Titans.
It was.
No,
well,
it wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
That was being totally facetious.
Maybe the last 6
Yeah,
minutes.
I was just gonna, and it wasn't even domination then. I mean, yeah, they did
And
score
I
a
don't even
bunch
think
of.
it was the last 6 minutes.
It was
more
less
like
than
the
that.
3.
Yeah, it was less than that. I mean, first of all, they got 3 scores in the last 5 seconds of the. I mean, they did. It was in the last 20 seconds they scored 3 times because it was less than 20 when they scored that first touchdown. Then they recovered the onside kick, scored a touchdown, and then a third one. So there was the fumble, and then there was the onside kick. And this will go into the end zone, the opening kickoff, and so the Titans with the lead of 45-21. But yeah, the 3 scores, so 21 points of the 24 they got were in the last 20 seconds of the half.
And they just had their hands team out there for the kickoff.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Because they thought that Liberty might try an onside kick to get back in the game. They're down by 24 points to start the half. They didn't want to give the ball to the Titans.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with that. Now the question is, what are the Titans going to come out and do offensively? Are they going to, go to the running game exclusively? Are they going to try and run out the clock? Are they going to be aggressive? I don't know. Payne is in the pistol, and he will get the call on first down. Still running hard, and we still haven't seen Marcion Marshall or Wilson for that matter. Taylor Wilson has. I mean, if the concern was that maybe Marshall's still favoring the injury yet earlier, it's not even that because we haven't seen Wilson either.
Nope, and I'll tell you what, both of them have their helmets on.
Yeah, they're
as
there.
The offense comes off the field, they sit over here to the right of us, and the 3 running backs were all together.
Yeah. I mean, the word has been that Payne has had some great practices the last couple of weeks, and this is his reward, but still. Especially in the second half if they're going to go to the running game. Well, here the back to throw is Coble. He is being chased, rolling to the left side. He throws. He's got Clemens, makes the catch, and spins around near a first down. He'll get that first down across the 30 of the 31.
To number 14, Cade Clemens.
Nice job by Ben Coble.
He has been doing such a good job of extending plays here just late in the first half.
And you know what? But what I'm impressed with is he's staying in the pocket until he's absolutely last minute flushed out.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 31. Going out in a pistol again with Carswell as an H-back. And Payne will follow him over right tackle and gain about 3 up to the 34. It'll be 2nd and 7 from there.
Run to the right side.
Good lead blocker by Cam Carswell right there.
7.
Yeah, Carswell from that H-back position, most plays almost acts like a pulling guard. He'll step around to one side or the other and then, try and be the lead blocker on a running play. And on play action, they toss it out to Goodall, and that was sniffed out very well by the Liberty defense as Olivas comes up and makes the play. It'll be a loss. Back all the way back to about the 30.
Number 28, Ryan Olivas.
And I tell you what, the D-backs, they bit on that little flare. Sammy Cooper was downfield about 20 yards, wide open.
Well, something that somebody might have noticed.
I did.
3rd down and 11 for the Titans.
So we'll see what they do here on 3rd and 11. One thing if you're the Titans that you didn't want to really do is wouldn't be a 3 and out, but a short drive like this as they show blitz, tossing, near side. It's caught. Cardell still on his feet, and he's going to get a first down.
He is. Good hard running right there.
Boy, Trevor Cardell is having himself a game, isn't he?
Yes.
I mean, the glory plays are one thing, all these touchdown catches, but it's stuff like that that wins you games.
Exactly West, first down.
So he does get that first down out to about the 42. A yard more than he needed. 1st and 10 Titans. Pistol formation again. And on the delayed give, Payne. And up the middle, bouncing off players, and he'll gain about 6 yards.
To the 47.
Up to the 47, it'll be 2nd down. Let's call it 5 from there.
5-yard gain on the play. 2nd down and 5.
Opening drive of this 3rd quarter. Titans on top 45-21, but it was 24-21
Now we can't even explain it.
Like I said, 3 scores in the last 20 seconds of the first half for the Titans. Payne on the right side. Maybe a yard. It'll set up a 3rd down and 4.
I think Cam Carswell went the wrong way.
Yeah, either that or Max did. Somebody did.
He was out there patting himself on the chest saying my bad.
So, yeah, last
3rd down and 5 for Lee Summit West.
Titans kicked a field goal to make it 24-21, and then their defense came up with their first stop. And got the ball back, drove down, and with 20 seconds left, threw a touchdown pass. Then, on the ensuing next play after the kickoff, they fumbled it. Back to throw is Coble. Lots of time throwing. He's got a man. It is caught. Wow. Clemens. And I tell you what, Carswell almost broke it up on accident because he was in the same area, but Clemens came down with it. Down to the 39 of the Blue Jays. It'll be 1st and 10 Titans. So
it was so funny because it looked like he was on an arrow and then all of a sudden wheeled it up and wheeled it right indicate.
So, again, with 19 and change left in the first half, they score a touchdown. The kickoff, then they fumbled. And the Blue Jays fumbled not on the kickoff but on the first play. Lowry fumbled. The Titans scored again, as here's Wilson's first carry, trying to get around the left side. Cuts up. Is there a flag down? Yeah, a flag did come in.
Left side by number 21, Taylor Wilson. Flag on the far side of the field.
It is in holding territory. Could be a face mask, though. Nope, it's a hold against the Titans.
Holding against the Titans.
So anyway, so they score that second touchdown with less than 5 seconds, 4 and change. And then on the ensuing kickoff with a sort of version of a squib kick. And I guess I should even mention that before all that, boy, this is sending them way back to their own side of the midfield stripe at their own 49. It'll be 1st down and about 22.
49, repeat 1st down.
So on that ensuing kickoff after the first touchdown, as on play action, Coble rolls right side. He'll chuck one downfield. He's got a man open. Cardell laid out but couldn't quite get it. Had it off his fingertips but couldn't hang on to it.
And if he would have made that catch,
boy,
he would have had just a heck of a circus night.
I was just going to say they'd have to be coming up with awards for him or something, you know. Player of the week or something.
Yes.
Anyway, certainly make our job easy at the end of the game.
It does.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So anyway, as I said, after that first touchdown, the kickoff was actually going to go out of bounds and went off of a Blue Jay player. And so instead of getting the ball at 35, they got it at their own 5, and that was when Lowry fumbled on that next play. As Payne goes up the middle, big, huge hole, he'll get a 1st down.
Wow.
It was 2nd down and 22, and he got a 1st down right up the middle.
It was very nice.
Well, I tell you what, as critical as we were earlier in this game about the Titan defense, the Liberty defense has been just awful.
Been dog awful.
Just, I mean, it would be unfair for us to not be also critical of them.
Right.
In terms of some of the holes they've allowed to open and the inability they've had to tackle. So some of the same problems as the Titans have. But at any rate, so that was when Lowry fumbled, and then they got their second touchdown with 4.5 seconds left to go. And then on the ensuing kickoff, it wasn't really an intended onside kick. It was just a squib kick, but it turned out to be. It's a flag down as this one's thrown out of bounds.
In the holding area again.
Yep, looks like another hold. And in a place where it's going to cost the Titans probably about 13 or 14 yards from the spot of the foul, because it was back in the pocket, not up at the line where the hold took place. So that's going to make it 1st and a ton. Anyway, so then with 4.5 seconds left, they do that kick that was just sort of intended to be a kick, but it was in a squib, but it was in a soft area of the field. The Titans recovered, and on the last play of the half, Coble, while being wrapped up for a tackle, just threw up a prayer that Trevor Cardell answered.
Marshall's getting his first look tonight.
Marcion in the pistol formation here on 1st and about 25. Maybe it's 24. Back to throw. Looked like they're throwing over the middle for Cooper. He'll just slice up the seam as he gets near the 30 to maybe the 29.
Number 4, Sammy Cooper.
On the 1st and a ton play, it'll be a gain of about 14 or so. We set up a 2nd down and maybe 11, 12 from there. They've run down about half of this third quarter. This is the opening drive.
This is making up for the first 2.
This is the opening drive of the half, the Titans. And they were coming up on 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. 2nd down and 12. Coble tossing near side. Goodall with the catch. Cuts inside and gets to about the 20. He'll be shy of a first down by maybe a yard and a half. And it'll set up a 3rd down. Think if they don't make it, they should go for it?
Yes. Why not?
9-yard
Kick a field goal. I think they should just
3rd
punt.
down and 2 for the Titans.
They can just punt it now. No, I'm just kidding. Marshall's back out there in the pistol. Still has yet to touch the ball yet in this game. And he'll get his first try on 3rd and 2, weaving his way up the middle. Looks like he got it's very close. Needed to get to the 18. Where they're standing, it looks like he's short.
And if he would have took a cut to the
Yeah,
left.
I know, he went the wrong way.
Right.
He had that first down ready to
Tackle made at
go.
the 19.
Titans look like they're going to go for it as Payne comes in
It's 4th down and 1
to
yard
replace
to go.
Marshall. Such thing as a running back controversy. On 4th down, Coble tosses, Cooper catch, first down. Broke run tackle, got inside the 15 down to about the 13.
Sammy Cooper.
Needed a yard, got about 7.
Release Summer West. First down.
We're down now, under 5 minutes left to go in this third quarter. Titans still driving on the opening drive of the half. Give is to Payne, off right tackle. He's hit at the line. Able to move forward for maybe a couple down to the 12. Let's call it a gain of a yard, 2nd down and 9 from there.
Down at the 12-yard line. 1 yard gain on the run.
Carswell comes out and Goodall comes in. Play clock is down to 7. Titans up at the line. 4, 3, 2, 1. And I think we're going to get a delay of game penalty, unless they call a late timeout there. No. Offsides was the call on Liberty. Boy.
Offsides on the defense.
They were just about to get a free 5 yards, the Liberty was. I don't know who went across, but I don't want to necessarily use this phrase because of what's coming up, but boy, when it rains, it pours.
It does.
On Liberty.
And for Liberty not to touch the ball yet.
They have just imploded ever since the last few seconds of the half. Back to throw, Coble looking near side. It's incomplete.
Pass is incomplete.
Intended for Goodall. Clemens was over in the area as well, and he threw it into coverage. Probably not the best choice in the world. Stops the clock with 3:35 left to go in the third quarter.
Kind of looked like somebody messed up on
a route.
On a route right there.
You're probably right.
3rd down and 3 from the 7-yard line.
So it'll be 3rd and 3. Coble in the pistol. Twins on the left and right. Back to throw is Coble coming on the blitz, throwing near side. I have no idea.
Beautiful. Touchdown.
Touchdown. Cade Clemens with his, I believe, second touchdown catch of the game, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
And the Titans extend their lead to 51-21. On an 8.5-minute drive to start off the second Well, now you know why they thought they might be getting an onside kick.
Right.
Wiley for the extra point. Clemens put it down, and the kick is good.
I'll tell you what, the defense should be fresh.
3:29 left to go in the third quarter, and the Liberty Blue Jays may get the football for the first time after the kickoff coming up after this. This is Titan Football, a presentation of Backcourt Sports, Beck Bros Productions, and 810varsity.com.
When Lee Summit needs insurance, home, auto, or life, Wayne Birch of Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance has been there. Birch delivers a promise for the future and protection from the unknown, dedicated to making sure you have the right coverage to fit your individual needs. Call Wayne at 816-525-5012. That's 816-525-5012. Wayne Birch of Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, a proud supporter of Lee Summit area athletics.
How about another onside kick here? What do you think?
You know what?
A little squib into that soft area again?
They haven't adjusted to it.
No, there's still the same area is wide open. 51-21, sorry, it's 52-21. As Wiley will just bang one into the end zone for a touchback. So it looks like the Blue Jays will get the ball here in this third quarter after all. I didn't want to jump to any conclusions because you never know.
You never know.
In third place.
You know, the funny thing is, if somebody were to just tomorrow
in second place,
look at the box score of this game, they would have no idea. Imagine what you were, or think, or remember what you were feeling, say, 6 minutes into this game. When the Titans had just been gashed. And the Liberty was, as this throw down the near side, pretty good tackle over there on the far side.
Like I said, Joel, I've been doing this I did it for 30 years, and I've never, ever
seen not a sequence like that.
Anything like that.
I mean, I've seen strange plays, but not, a half a dozen of them like that, all in a row. On second down, on play action, back to throw. Roush throwing over the middle. He's got a man. It's caught. And Kelly with the touchdown-saving tackle. Great play by Lowry. Caught him right in stride. I tell you what, I've been impressed with Roush's throwing.
I have too. And that's shocked me about Von Zell right there.
Yeah, that he couldn't keep up with Lowry?
Couldn't keep up with him.
Yeah.
First and 10 for the Blue Jays from the Titan.
So it'll be first and 10 for Liberty from the Titan 40. But yeah, I mean, again, 6 minutes into this game, Liberty just gashed through the Titan defense. They're coming off a bad loss to Lee Summit North where they couldn't stop anybody running the football. Back to throw Roush. They pick up the blitz. He throws down far side. It is caught. And touchdown.
Touchdown, Blue Jays.
A great catch on the far side there. That was Carson Grampsis, I believe, who made the catch. Number 8.
Roush's pass is complete to number 8, Carson Grampsis.
And another one of those, just single one-on-one situations where these receivers on Liberty have been able to outrun.
Impressive.
Yeah. And then again, Roush with a perfect pass. He just laid it right in there. Ross out for the extra point. The kick is up, and it is good. 2:30 left to go here in the third quarter. And Liberty finally gets back on the board again.
Quickly.
52-28 our score. Back with a kickoff after this on Titan Football. Presentation of Backcourt Sports, Beck Bros Productions, and 810varsity.com.
When it comes to selling or buying land, commercial or residential property in the Kansas City metro area, turn to the Rucker Group at RE/MAX First Choice. We put our 55 years of client service to work for you. Keep you informed every step of the process by utilizing powerful industry, technology, and marketing strategies to achieve results. Veteran operated, we live here, play here, and have kids in the school district. We are your local experts.
Back live at Titan Stadium, Joel Becker, Coach Royce Boehm. Titans have the hands team out there again for this kickoff, and The only thing that is a little concerning to me about it is the formation, where you have all the guys in the first two levels, because if they do what we did, the only person you can get to it is Cooper.
Right. It's a risk you take.
Yeah, and he's standing back at about the 11. And they'll kick it deep to him into the end zone for a touchback. If the Titans can come up with another 9-minute drive, I think we'll be okay.
It'd be real good.
Boy, talk about a game of contrast just all the way through. Because, again, the first drive of the game for Liberty, they took about 6-7 minutes off the clock.
They did.
Gashed through our defense and ended up with a touchdown. Then we kept getting into this counter-punching situation where nobody could stop anybody. And then the Titans end up getting 3 scores in 20 seconds at the end of the half to blow it open. And then they get a 9-minute drive, 8.5 minutes to start the second half. And Liberty has now answered it in a minute. And it's going to be Payne on the give. Up the middle. Forced down, but not before he gets a 5-yard gain up to the 25. And so, here we have another situation where, the Titans had to know, especially after the first couple of plays, that they're coming out throwing, and yet we didn't get any good pressure on Roush.
None.
And
but I tell you what, it wasn't that Vinny wasn't trying to.
Yeah, no, they just picked it up.
They were picking his linebackers up.
And that's probably why, as we get a injured Titan player, as Payne is limping off the field. It's under his own power, but still that's a concern. Especially after the great game he's having so far.
It's second down and 5.
It does occur to me that after we give the Player of the Game award to Trevor Cardell, there are going to be an awful lot of players who pick the wrong game to have a great game. Right. Over the middle, caught Marcion Marshall. And he's forced down as he gets up to about the 38-yard line. Well, good enough to move the chains.
Yeah, it looks like they're just working on Max's calves right now, cramping up out there. Well,
so, Max could have a player of the game easily. Cade Clemens could have the player of the game easily. He's got a couple of touchdown catches himself. Ben Coble could have the player of the game easily. And they all picked the wrong game to have a really great game. Give up the middle. And looks like a pickup of maybe 2. I think that was Wilson on the carry. Yeah, it was. And it'll be second down, about 8. Clock running with 1:20 left to go in the third quarter. Titans up 52-28.
Looks like they've got Marshall playing a little H-back right now.
Not an unfamiliar position for him. As they give it on play action, the throw, and Cardell makes another catch in double coverage down to the 25. On play action, Coble just laid it out there again into double coverage. And being so tall, Trevor just went up and got it.
Beautiful.
Didn't even have to jump, he just went up and got it.
And he's going to the University of Missouri on a baseball scholarship.
They'll let him play football too if he wants.
Yeah.
Down under a minute left to go in the third quarter. 1st and 10 Titans from the Blue Jay 25. Wilson still in the game as the pistol back. He'll get the call. Nice block by Marshall. And still fighting forward. Wilson, they get a flag at the very end of the play. Maybe a face mask or something like that.
Running backs are running hard.
They are. Check on the penalty. But I would imagine.
Face mask,
yeah,
possibly?
Something like that from the position of it. They're picking it up. I don't know what it was, but they are not going to enforce whatever it was. Yeah, they did wave off the penalty. So, when they put the ball back in play, there'll be half a minute to go in the quarter. Coble from the pistol. Marshall is the deep back this time. And on the zone read, they'll toss it out to Cooper. Gets a good block from Clemens. Up the middle, trying to get to the end zone. Touchdown, Titans, Sammy Cooper. Getting in on the fun. What's going on over on the far side? Holding on the Titans.
On the far side of the field.
This one's coming back. I think it was after the catch or during the run. So that'll take the points off the board. But
the penalty will negate the touchdown.
And it's going to send the ball back to about the 26, where it will be first and about 21, and it may be the last play of the third quarter.
After the penalty, the ball will be placed at the 26-yard line. Repeat, first down.
I guess they don't start the clock after this, even though that was a touchdown play, so I guess that's why they're keeping the clock stopped. Who knows? So this may be the last play of the quarter. We'll see. Back to throw Coble. Here comes the blitz. Oh, he lost the football, and it's picked up by the Blue Jays, and they're going to go the length of the field. This will be a touchdown for Liberty. He just lost control of it.
He did.
Boy, it took about a turnaround.
Stripped and returned by number 14,
As
Dominic Mesh.
Dominic Mesh, who is one of their defensive ends, basically it was the weirdest thing because I was almost like he was just standing there next to him, and Coble went to throw and lost control.
Looked like the Statue of Liberty to me.
It really almost was. But it wasn't like he reached out and knocked the ball out. Right. He just kind of lost it. And it just.
But he was in a throwing motion.
Yeah, but the ball had not gone forward. It was not clearly not an incomplete pass. And so Liberty, well, I guess they were owed a couple of weird plays. 52-34 with the point after attempt. Are they going for two? Looks like they will. So this would make it 52-36 if they're successful. Rolling right, Roush being chased. He throws into the end zone, but incomplete out of the back of the end zone. And the two-point conversion fails. So at the end of the fourth quarter of play, the Titans still lead it 52-34. 12 minutes of football left to go in this one. Who knows how long it'll take, though. Fourth quarter when we come back on Titan Football, a presentation of Backcourt Sports, Beck Bros Productions, and 810varsity.com.
When Lee Summit needs insurance, home, auto, or life, Wayne Birch of Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance has been there. Birch delivers a promise for the future and protection from the unknown, dedicated to making sure you have the right coverage to fit your individual needs. Call Wayne at 816-525-5012. That's 816-525-5012. Wayne Birch of Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, a proud supporter of Lee Summit area athletics.
Welcome back out to Titan Stadium. I understand that you're going after that two-point conversion to try and make it a 16-point game and a two-score game. But I still sometimes wonder, because when you miss it, and two-point conversions are usually about a 50-50 shot. Right. And so if you can't make three in a row, then you've kind of shot yourself in the foot there.
Yeah. I didn't understand that one either.
Yeah.
But if I were to tell you right now that a combined total of offensive yards for both teams is over 903 yards.
Yes? Are you asking if I would believe you?
Uh-huh.
Of course I'd believe you. Why would you lie about something like that?
Brought down at the 29-yard line.
What I would like to know,
for Lee Summit West.
I can understand how this is our first game in October because I would like to know where Rod Serling is. That's the kind of game we're having. It's the Twilight Zone.
Yeah, there you go.
Could be an Outer Limits. I don't know. Never really could tell which one was which. So Ben Coble and company out. Just underway, fourth quarter. (52-34) is our score. And on the zone read, Coble, oh, he was dragged down. Another good play by that same player, Dominic Mesh. It'll go as a sack or a loss of yardage on the play.
Looked like Cam Carswell missed his guy right there.
Yeah.
Brought down in the backfield.
Second down and about 20 from there.
Number 74, Jacob Davidson.
Well, Titans come out with twins on the left, one on the right. Pistol formation. It's a run up the middle. Marcian Marshall. And with a, he's looking like he has Max Payne speed out there.
He sure does.
Haven't seen Max, by the way, since he went out with calf issues.
Yeah, he's still standing down there trying to get the okay from Susie Humphreys, the trainer.
Third down and 8 for the Titans.
So it'll be third and about 8 after that longer run, about a 12 or so yard run from Marshall. And they'll give it again to Marshall. And he's hitting the backfield and taken down. Not sure about that call. Unless they just don't have a whole lot of confidence in their offensive line at this point.
Loss of 3 on the play.
So they'll have to punt it away here. See Cade Clemens for the first time in the game. I believe this is the first time either team is. No, I take that back. The Liberty punted once. Clemens standing back at his own 15. It's fourth and about 12. And he just did get it off. High kick. And it'll take a backwards bounce. The Titans will down it at about the Liberty 44.
Titans down the ball at the 44. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Blue Jays.
So Liberty with the football. And the Titans did not look too good trying to stop them the last time they had it.
No, they didn't.
9:55 left to go in regulation time. The Titans at one time had a pretty comfortable lead.
They did. And
it's still not bad, but 52-34 is a little less comfortable. Especially with all the offense we've had in this game. Roush back to throw with plenty of time. Now he's just going to run up the middle himself with room, and he'll run out of bounds at the Titan 43. Good enough to move the chains. His first carry of the game.
Quarterback forced out.
Alex Roush has been a very impressive quarterback in this game.
I like his style.
Clock stopped on the run out of bounds with 9:47 left to go in regulation time. 1st and 10 for the Blue Jays at the Titan 42. Roush rolling to his left. Being chased, throwing, and it is caught on the far side and knocked down. Strike with the catch.
Pass complete to number 16, Evan Strike.
And should be good enough for another first down. Yeah, they'll move the chains. Right at the marker at the Titan 32.
First down at the Titan 32.
Well, here they are again at will, moving the ball on the Titans.
That would be okay as long as the Titans can move the ball too.
Right.
On play action, they'll throw on the near side. There's a flag down.
Flag down on the near side.
It's incomplete. I'm not sure if they had somebody downfield or where the flag is.
Pretty close to it's behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. It's a holding call against the
holding against the Blue Jays.
Blue Jays. It's an odd position for the call to be made. I don't think it was a receiver. It's a side judge, though. Normally, he's not the guy looking for holding in the line area, in the scrimmage area. But maybe it was something away from the play that we just didn't notice. So that'll cost him 10 yards back to the 45. It'll be first down and about 22 from there. Clock running 9.5 to go. Roush with Lowry in the backfield. Back to throw. He's throwing on the far side. He's got a man incomplete. Strike. Wilson was there, but again, Strike got himself some separation. A good throw could have potentially been completed.
And it looked like that was almost out of bounds, too.
Yeah, it would have been. Where it was thrown, he could not have caught it without being out of bounds. But I'm just saying, if he had put it inbounds and a little bit, let him a little more, it could have been a long gainer. Another thing I've been really impressed with the Liberty offense is the running backs, and it doesn't seem to matter which one of them they have in. All of them have been really good at picking up these Titan blitzes.
They have. That's a big key right now for his protection.
On play action again, trying to set up the screen, and Strike makes the catch, breaks 2 tackles, and is knocked down around the 40. It'll only be about a gain of 5, but it should have been no gain or a loss on the play. The Titan defense had actually sniffed it out pretty good. They just, again, couldn't tackle. It will be third down and long, though.
At the 40-yard line.
They need to get to the Titan 22. The ball is on the 40.
18 yards to go. It's third
and 18. They're in 2-down territory, presumably.
Yeah.
But even still. As they have trips on the right, one man on the left. Roush from the shotgun, man in motion is Lowry, fake to him. Titans come on the blitz, they throw, a man down and incomplete.
Oh, no.
Was there a flag?
Flag down on the far side.
Oh boy, that's there was a little bit of contact, but
yeah, but the ball was
uncatchable. First of all, the ball was uncatchable, but more importantly, where the ball was led the receiver to change direction. And basically he ran into the defender, not the other way around. But they are calling defensive pass interference. I got to question that one.
Man.
That's
pass interference.
That's a call that I think
Liberty sideline got that one.
Maybe.
Because that's the guy that threw it.
Yeah. And I don't know what he saw from where he was. It'll be a 15-yard penalty. It'll stay third down because it's not enough for a first down. It was 3rd and 18. Now it's 3rd and 3. But I'm not so sure that when this game is reviewed, they won't talk to that particular official, because there was really nothing that Wilson could have done any differently. He did not initiate the contact.
No, not at all. I thought it was a clean play.
Very much so. That was good coverage. As a handoff, Lowry trying to get around the edge, and he will. And he's pulled down as he gets down to around the 10. Boy, when that play first started, I thought the Titans might have a chance to stop him.
I did too.
But
he just, right side by number 23.
He's got another gear.
They've got speed.
Yeah, he really does. And it'll be first and goal, or maybe just outside goal, around the 10-yard line for Liberty. Clock is stopped with 8:51 left to go. You remember that what was it, like 6 plays ago, and I said it was 9-something? There's hardly been any time that's come off the clock on all these plays. First down, it is first and goal from the 10. Give to Lowry up the middle. He's hit. Trying to push forward. Gets to the 5 before he's gang tackled there. It'll be second down. Now the clock is running with 8:35 left to go.
Brought down at the 5. Second and goal.
Blue Jays looking over at the sideline for the play. They'll head out to the line of scrimmage with a little under 10 seconds left to go in the play clock. Roush, Lowry in motion. They will give it to him, trying to get around the left side. Wilson trying to, oh, what a great play, into the end zone touchdown. Wilson was there and missed it. It was just a stop and go play, and boy, did Lowry make him look foolish.
He sure did.
Touchdown for the Blue Jays to make it a 52-40 game with the extra point to come. You'd imagine they'll go for 2 here to try and make it a 10-point game.
They got the kick. Well, the kicker's out there.
Okay, maybe not. Well, that's what we were talking about before with when you start chasing this point. Because, again, before, if they had just kicked the extra point, then another extra point would have made it a 10-point game. But now they're in a position where they're going to now, if they do kick this extra point, they're going to need to, they can't, well, they can still tie it up with a touchdown and a
2-point.
Yeah, with a 2-point conversion. Ooh. And it's going to be a fake. And Ross, he broke a tackle, still on his feet, but now he's knocked down. Well, they can't even tackle a kicker.
High snap.
Well, that was a design fake.
Oh, no. It was.
Yeah.
It was, but it was even too high for him.
For him, yeah. But I'm still, to me, it's like, a high snap to a kicker, and they couldn't even tackle him. No. It took 4 guys to knock him down. 8 minutes exactly left to go in regulation time. Titans lead at 52-40. Kickoff after this on Titan Football, a presentation of Backport Sports, Backpros Productions, and 810varsity.com.
High school sports fans, check this out. 810varsity.com now brings live video game casts for more than 25 KC Metro schools all season long. Now you can watch and listen to the games live on your computer, iPad, or phone. Park Hill South, Miege, Aquinas, the Olathe and Blue Valley schools, and the list goes on and on. Plus, live scores, playoff brackets, rankings, and more. Get all the games live at 810varsity.com.
Welcome back out to Titan Stadium. Joel Becker, Coach Royce Mame, Lee Summit West and Liberty. 12-point lead for the Titans at 52-40 in a really weird game.
Wild game.
Ross with the ball teed up, left hash mark at the 40. Hands team on again for the Titans. They've been sort of pooching it. This time they kick it deep to about the 15 where Cooper picks it up. Oh, he's got a hole. And he's able to break one tackle to the 30, 35, stiff arm, and he's knocked down at the 35. It was actually tackled by the kicker, Ross. That was the guy who he stiff-armed down, but still managed to take him down.
I'll tell you what, the Ross he showed a little toughness right there.
Well, he blew through one tackle before on the attempted 2-point conversion, and there he takes down Sammy Cooper. But a pretty good run back. Titans have good field position at their own 35. 7:53 left to go. If they can have a drive like the opening drive of this half, then the game will be over.
Yes. Let's hope for that. Well, Max Payne's still out.
Are you sure?
Yep. He's down here with Susie.
Wilson is the pistol back, and he will get the call. Hit the hole early, but he was taken down. Good play by the
made by number 32, Weston.
Linebacker Jalen Weston. Pickup of a couple, 2nd down and 8.
2-yard gain on the run, 2nd down and 8.
Marshall in the game now. He's in a slot position on the right side along with 2 other twins on the left. Empty backfield. And they'll toss it out. Cooper makes the catch, heading up the far side, gets the first down, hit and tackled as he got to the 50-yard line. Good burst of speed there by Sammy Cooper.
It was very nice.
Sammy Cooper. That's good for Lee Summit West. First down.
Stops the clock to move the chains with 7:13 left to go.
Got to compliment Sterling tonight. He's really done a great job play calling.
Mixing them up, certainly.
Mixing them up big time.
And, he hasn't even thrown in any of his patented trick plays yet.
No trick plays.
Carswell comes in. Marshall will be the pistol back. Clock under 7 minutes to go in regulation time. Marshall breaks one tackle, throws off another guy. He's only able to get a couple yards, but I tell you what, he did a good job of getting positive yardage at all on that play.
He was really caught for a loss.
1 yard gain on the run. 2nd down and 9.
So it'll be 2nd and 9. And again, the clock continues to run. Liberty does have all 3 of their timeouts. Play clock down to 7. From the pistol again. And it'll be a give. Marshall trying to go left side. Gets around the end. And hits, spins around, and goes out of bounds at about the 40. I think he's going to be shy of the first down where they're marking him out of bounds. So it'll set up a 3rd down and about a yard. Third and 1. They need to get to the 40. The ball at the 41 of the Blue Jays. Does stop the clock with 6:04 left to go. Half a quarter. Titans up by 12. Trying to figure out what the play is, it looks like. They've mostly thrown on these kinds of plays. And it's going to be a give this time to Marshall, and he'll get a first down. Got across the 40. We've talked about it before. I don't like plays like that on 3rd down. It worked.
It does.
And in this case, it was just our will more than yours. But I always like it when the quarterback or the running back has at least more than one option, because that kind of a play is an all or nothing play.
It was. That one there was, but
yeah.
I understand what you're saying. I see where you're coming from.
But a new set of downs. Clock running with 5:37 left to go. Play clock down to 3. Takes the snap and gives it. Wilson up the middle. Big hole. And he breaks one tackle. Still on his feet. Got inside the 25, near the 20.
Number 21, Taylor Wilson.
Taylor Wilson with his best run of the night.
Yeah, they got Marshall down on the sideline right now.
Maybe down to our last first stringer.
Finally brought down at the 21-yard line. It's 1st and 10 for the Titans.
Well, we were talking about what we were hoping for the Titans on this drive, and this is basically it. Move the football, but get the clock running. It's down to 5:15 left to go. They'll snap the ball with about 5 minutes left, and it's 1st and 10. Careswell, the H-back. Twins on the left. And on play action, rolling to the right side. Throwing and intercepted. Picked off.
Pass is intercepted.
It was a good play by the linebacker Gray, who's also one of their running backs, to just see the route and jump it.
Because he was covering Cam Careswell.
Yeah, it wasn't intended for him. He just came off of it.
Liberty gets the ball.
Got in the way.
16-yard line with 4:58.
It's still a good drive by the Titans. I mean, you hate to come away with it with no points, but they did knock quite a bit of time off.
They did.
And they're putting the Blue Jays relatively deep in their own end at their own 15. But now their defense needs to step up a little bit. So Roush from the shotgun has trips on the right. 1st and 10, we'll call it from the 16. Man in motion. Back to throw on play action, throws over the middle, it's caught. And going up the far sideline, still on his feet, forced out of bounds near the 40-yard line. So much for being in bad field position as Strike made the catch. He's having a pretty good game himself.
Yes, he is.
1st and 10, Liberty.
Tell you what, Liberty's starting to make this very interesting.
Yep. Ball on the 38-yard line. 1st and 10 for Liberty. Clock is stopped with 4:49 left to go in regulation. As I mentioned, they have all 3 of their timeouts. Man in motion. And rolling to the right, Roush. He's going to run it up the middle, and he'll go down as he got to about the 44. That's a danger. And there's a flag down. I can't imagine what that's for.
That was an ugly slide.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
They said helmet to helmet.
But how could you possibly? I mean, nobody put their helmet down.
No.
They're calling it. Boy, I tell you what. I'm sorry, but the referee is John Hill. And there are two things that I don't like about that. The call in general was just, to be honest, a bad call, and there's no other way to say it than that. The quarterback went down. Nobody went after him. He ran into the defending player. But more importantly, what I really didn't like about that, and you probably couldn't see it like I can because I was looking through binoculars, as Roush throws over the middle, and it's caught by Strike again and tackled almost immediately. Good play by Fredrickson. Right around the first down marker. But what I didn't like about that call was he looked like he was angry with the players when he made it. And as a referee, you cannot do that.
No, he did look angry.
Oh, yeah. Watch if you get an opportunity to see a replay of this game, watch him. And like I said, it's referee
like it was an ugly helmet to helmet.
Yeah, and maybe it was. But again, as a referee, you're not allowed to show that kind of emotion. Throwing down the near sideline, Fredrickson comes over. Now there's a flag down. I'm not sure if they gave him the catch or not because it's going to come back anyway. Not that it really matters. I thought Fredrickson might have come down with it, but I think it's a moot point because they're going to call some sort of a defensive penalty here. Where the flag is, I don't think it's interference. I think it's like holding or something. No, they are calling interference. How can you call interference from the 15-yard line when the ball was in the end zone when it was thrown?
I tell you what, if I was Coach Carswell, I'd be saying a few words right now.
I would say he's got a throbbing vein going somewhere. Roush rolling to the left, being chased, throws. It is caught by Strike again, knocked out of bounds near the 10. Stops the clock with 3:47 left to go. And so, yeah, just to finish the thought, I'm not a football referee, but in hockey refereeing and umpiring, ref school 101, one thing they tell you is, whatever happens on the field, never ever show anger at any kind of a call you make.
Right. And you're right, he did.
And it is a give. Lowry looking for a hole. He'll come up the middle. That may not have been Lowry. I take that back. Let me check. He's slow in getting up, whoever he is.
28, Andrew Cahill.
But that it was Lowry, who got down to the 5, excuse me. It'll be first and goal from there.
Injury timeout on the field.
They are stopping the clock to take a look at Lowry, who is definitely slow in getting up. Not something you want to see if you're a Liberty fan. Big part of their offense, not just for this game, but for the future.
Right.
Hopefully, in his case, he may just got the wind knocked out of him or something.
I really am impressed with this Liberty team.
Yeah. There are no pushovers.
No, that Class 5 is going to be, in the playoffs, going to be a tough one. Huh? Oh, they're going to be 6? Liberty is 6?
Yeah. Lowry is sitting up now, but they're still attending to him. Clock stop with 3:40 left to go in regulation time.
There's a mom out here in the...
Titans up by 12.
Some crazy woman out there screaming and yelling. And it's pitch quiet in here in the stadium.
Lowry is walking off under his own power. I'm still not exactly sure what is bothering him. He's not like limping or anything where I can obviously tell it's his right ankle or knee or something like that. I'm thinking he may have gotten either a contusion somewhere or like the wind knocked out of him or something like that. I don't know. It's first and goal. Ball's right on the 5-yard line.
First and goal from the 5-yard line.
William Dotson is taking his place. And it's going to be Roush keeping it himself, hit from behind. There's a flag down. 2 flags come down as they take him down for no gain. Let's see the call, if it's a hold or if it's, yeah, it is going to be a hold against the Blue Jays. So that's going to push him back to the 15. It'll be first and goal from there. Clock stopped with 3:19 left to go. And Lowry does come back onto the field, so whatever it was that was bothering him, he apparently feels good enough to play. Clock gets going as they start play. Back to throw Roush, throw in near side, incomplete.
Pass is incomplete.
He was looking for the third in the line receiver over there. That was, not sure who it was, honestly. They don't have a number 30 on their roster. It was number 30, if that helps. Somebody's wearing somebody else's jersey today, apparently. Do they have a special name for that? I assume that you guys always bring an extra jersey like on the road for if somebody were to forget something. In hockey, I think they have like a special name for it. We'll call it a pejorative term.
Okay. I was going to give you one.
Well, we can do it after this play. Lowry, he's being chased, rolls, throws. He's got a man in the end zone. It is caught, touchdown.
Touchdown.
The defender on the play, who I think was Wilson, fell down, and that's what got that receiver open. I believe it's Book who made the catch. And that's going to turn it to a 52-46 game. No reason not to kick this one. That's unfortunate for Wilson. Like I said, he just fell down. So what's the name of that jersey?
DA.
Okay.
Is that close to yours too?
Something like that, yes.
The extra point is good.
Extra point is good. 3:05 left to go. We got ourselves a ball game. 52-47 is our score. A 5-point lead for the Titans. Kickoff when we come back on Titan Football, a presentation of Backcourt Sports, Beck Bros Productions, and 810varsity.com.
When Lee Summit needs insurance, home, auto, or life, Wayne Birch of Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance has been there. Birch delivers a promise for the future and protection from the unknown, dedicated to making sure you have the right coverage to fit your individual needs. Call Wayne at 816-525-5012. That's 816-525-5012. Wayne Birch of Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, a proud supporter of Lee Summit area athletics.
Welcome back out to Titan Stadium. Joel Becker, Coach Royce Boehm. 3:05 on the clock in regulation time. Titans still hanging on to a 5-point lead, 52-47. They've got the hands team on again with Sammy Cooper standing about the 15. Every kickoff this half, they've had it out there, and they've yet to attempt any kind of an onside kick. They have all 3 of their timeouts, so if they can stop the Titans, then they don't need to do an onside kick, but they do, and it was recovered, and there's
that was
a
scary
flag.
Because he was moving backwards instead of going after the ball.
Was there a flag? Maybe not. I thought I saw something come down, but I guess not. Maybe it was a beanbag or something. I don't know. Anyway, so the Titans will maintain possession with the ball at the 42-yard line.
For the Titans. From their own 42.
The only problem with
Cade,
that,
right?
it's an interesting. I don't know who recovered it.
Yeah,
it's definitely somebody tall. But I tell you what, it was an interesting decision. I don't necessarily have a problem with it because, again, if the Titans, who have been able to move the ball, can get a first down or two, then once you burn your timeouts, you're not going to be able to stop them. But man in motion, Wilson. They will give it to him, looking to try and cut. Oh, he got hit in the backfield and taken down for a loss of about 2. And Liberty will call their first timeout with 2:55 left to go. Definitely not what you want to see. So I don't have a problem with them going for the onside kick exactly, except that if you don't make it, which they don't, then the Titans are going to be able, if they don't convert, if they go for a 3 and out, they'll have burned their 3 timeouts and allow Cade Clemens to kick the ball, and hopefully give the Liberty Blue Jays some pretty bad field position. Whereas if you just kicked it deep and stopped them, then you should have decent field position.
Right. No,
so I don't know. It's a tough call. I mean, it's a gamble either way.
You where I'm baffled is that Liberty split it to 2 school districts, or you have 2 schools.
Yeah.
And now Liberty is already that big, Class 6.
Guess so.
Again. Wow. Growing community.
Apparently they are. Well, how long did it take us? We had 3 schools, though.
Right.
All right, after the timeout, again, Liberty has 2 more.
I guess it took us 10 years, didn't it?
Not quite. It was more like 8, but I would.
To go Class 6?
Yeah. Coble, he's going to be sacked. And again, Liberty will call timeout.
Matthew Henning.
So what do you call here if you're Sterling Edwards?
Trick play.
It could. I mean, the problem is that you don't. I mean, you want to make sure that they have to burn that 3rd timeout.
Right, that's true.
But at the same time, I mean, if you can get a first down, it's the game's basically over. Now, having said that, it's 3rd down and like 20. So there's not a whole lot of plays in your playbook that are designed to get you to convert a 3rd and 20.
No, and there's a lot of time on the clock.
Yeah. Plenty of time.
Decisions.
I don't know what you do. Marcion Marshall is coming out.
I think Kay just went by Ben and says, I'll be there.
Ball placed at the 32. It's a long 3rd down.
Liberty playing kind of a center field prevent. Coble. They are showing blitz. Here they come. It's picked up. Good play. And throwing near side. Caught by Cooper. And he's hit and tackled at about the 44.
Number 4, Sammy Cooper.
And it'll set up a 4th down and about 8. They have not called timeout, though. They're letting the clock run.
Tackle made.
That's surprising because, I don't know why you don't.
It'll be under, right at 2 minutes.
Yeah. I don't know why you don't call timeout here if you're the Blue Jays. Why hang on to one? I mean, in that.
And is Lee Summit West going to take a flag here?
Why? Well, I'd call a timeout instead of taking the flag. Why give them an extra 5 yards for nothing? Play clock's down to 4. And yeah, they're going to call timeout. It's their first, so they got 2 more. So 2:02 showing on the clock. How about a fake punt? Know anybody who'd call something like that?
I do, but not right here.
Ball's on their own 42. They need to get to the 48.
Not as easy as Liberty's been moving the ball.
Well, that's the thing is that yeah. I mean, this way you can pin them back a lot further. Right. The only problem is that, and you do have Cade Clemens who can certainly run with the football and throw it for that matter. I mean, I would look at the defense they come out with. I'd also look to see whether or not on the snap they come after him or they all fall back. Because if they all start falling back, I might tell Cade, hey, just look. And if nobody's coming after you.
And I tell you what, and Liberty's been bringing a lot of heat off that right edge.
We'll see what they do here. Cade is standing at his own 29. A low snap, and he kicks it. High kick. Fair catch called for and made. Falling down at the 15-yard line.
Nice punt by number 14, Cade Clemens.
Book made the catch. And so, with 1:56, lots and lots of time and one timeout. The only thing, like I said, as far as the hanging on to the timeout, is that cost them about 30 seconds. And they need to get a touchdown. So it's not like you have to hold on to a timeout to set up your field goal or something like that. So I don't see what the point is. You can always spike the ball or do whatever you need. It's easier to clock manage when you're on offense. On play action, Roush throws over the middle, incomplete. Right through the hands of Strike.
And I tell you what, about took the official's head off too.
Number 16, Strike.
Of course, the Titans are going to want to try and keep the ball in front of them here.
They are.
Minute 52.
Looks like they're playing that soft coverage too.
4 safeties across, about 10, 15 yards off the ball. Low snap. Roush throws. He's got a man. It's caught. And a good job keeping him in bounds and shy of a first down. That was Lowry on the catch. Clock is running less than a minute 40 left to go. It's third down, so you don't want to spike it
2 yards to go. It's third down.
They do have plenty of time, too. And they're in 4-down territory. 3rd and 2. 3 rushers. Now they send a 4th up for the Titans. Being chased, throws, incomplete.
Pass is incomplete.
Some good pressure being applied that time by the Titans. It was late pressure, but that was Grauberger who put him down on his back as he let go of the ball. It'll be 4th and 2, and the ball game will come down to this.
It's 4th down.
Would you take a chance and run the ball if you were Liberty here?
No, I would think I'd have to put the ball up in the air, go for something short, especially as soft as the Titans are playing right now.
I was going to say, would you play tighter if you were the Titans? 4th and 2. Oh, they were moving, and we are going to get a flag. That should turn this 4th and 2 into 4th and 7. A false start called on the Blue Jays. They were just a little anxious.
They were.
And it wasn't just one guy. There were about 3 or 4 of them that just flinched right as the...
That'll move him back 5 yards. Repeat, 4th down.
So now that simple 4th and 2 becomes a 4th and 7. Much more difficult. And you can play off of them a little more.
And guess what? They're not going to run.
Roush from the shotgun. Man in motion. Takes the snap. He'll throw to that man in motion. It's incomplete. And it would have been shy of a first down anyway. Had he caught that, and he was on the ground when he caught it, it would have still gone to the Titans on downs. So that should do it. The Blue Jays could stop the clock once more, but they'll just be able to kneel it out now. Boy, what a weird game.
Wow.
Win's a win, but still.
It is. This is.
Yeah. How about a fake knee? So Coble takes a knee. I don't know if Liberty will bother to call their timeout. I don't know why you would.
No.
I mean, there's no. I mean, all that would be doing is forcing them to snap the ball one extra time. So it doesn't look like they're going to. They'll have to snap it once more.
Like their coaches are wrapping it up here too. So.
Yeah. Well, mathematically, there just isn't anything they can do at this point. Victory formation again for the Titans. Coble will take a knee again.
Don't forget to stick around tonight for the postgame show brought to you by the Titan Pride Marching Band.
We'll see if they... Boy, they did put it in play. With 2 sets, they're going to make them snap it one more time, which they didn't really have to do. They could have, literally, if they waited one more beat.
And that'll do it. What a shootout for 2018 homecoming.
Clock rolls down. The funny thing is that by virtue of the officials doing that, had Liberty wanted to, they could have made it more interesting because on fourth down, if they'd called their timeout there on third down, if the Titans kneel on fourth down, then that actually stops the clock. But that'll do it. 52-47 your final score. Titans do come up with the win. So, that's the funny thing. They snapped it early. They didn't have to. They could have waited till the time ran down a little bit more before snapping it, but he snapped it early. And had the Blue Jays actually called that timeout that they had left, then they would have forced the Titans to do something. They could have kicked a field goal or something if they'd wanted to from that distance. But, yeah, would have been weird. But, boy, that would have been a fitting end to this game because the whole game was weird.
Big time.
All right, we'll take a break and come back with some post-game numbers. A player of the game, I wonder who that will be. And a look ahead toward next week here on Titan Football, a presentation of Backport Sports, Beck Bros Productions, and 810varsity.com.
All right, I got a message for you. Radio is the way to go if you want to advertise. Targeting your customers, any shape or size. Radio is a perfect way to tell them who and where you are. They listen at work, they listen at home, and you got them in that car. You got to go with radio when you want to advertise. Here we go, watch me now. Hard rockin', soft rockin', easy listening too. Up and down the dialer formats just for you. Country, classic, talk, and gospel stations. Every market across the land has got a station for your situation. The cost is low, and radio is theater of the mind. You can present your information with imagination. If you want to get your message across the airways with radio. Call them, they will come right over. Remember, you got to go with radio when you want to advertise. There are lots of stations just your size.
High school sports fans, Trent Green here, and when I want the latest scores and news, there's only one place I go, 810varsity.com. Live scores, features, brackets, and even watch games live on the laptop, phone, or mobile device. Watch the Lee Summit, Blue Springs, and Park Hill schools, Blue Valleys, Olathes, Rockhurst, Miege, Lansing. The list goes on into Missouri and Kansas. And playoff broadcasts too, plus top 25, awards, and more. Check it out now, Kansas City's home for high school sports, 810varsity.com.
Welcome back out to Titan Stadium. Joel Becker, Coach Royce Bame. Lee Summit West, 52-47 winners over Liberty on homecoming. A wild and woolly game, topsy-turvy.
Wild.
21 points in the last 19 seconds of the first half on one team.
Go back and take out just even the last 20 seconds of the first half. This is a different outcome.
Well, of course, who knows what happens in the second half if the score was tighter when it started. Because keep in mind that the Titans were up by 3 touchdowns and had the football, drove down and scored to start off the half. Who knows what happens in the other situation. Got some post-game numbers for you. I also have some scores from around.
All right, we'll start off with the numbers here real quick. Total offense for Liberty tonight, 513.
That all?
Total offense for Lee Summit West, 618. So clearly over 1,000 yards combined tonight. And I tell you what, it showed.
We got close to the 76-70 number.
It showed both defenses need to get back to work this week. Passing was 376 for Liberty and 412 for Lee Summit West. Time of possession, 29, almost 30 minutes for Lee Summit West, 17 for Liberty. Ben Coble went 29 for 38 attempts for 412 yards, 6 touchdowns, 1 interception. Alex Roush for Liberty, 22 completions for 32 attempts for 376 with 4 touchdowns and no interceptions. Rushing yards, Max Payne, 20 carries tonight for 146 yards, 1 touchdown. Jack Lowry for Liberty, 15 attempts for 107. Receiving, Kate Clemens led the Titans with 9 catches for 158 yards. Trevor Cardell had 8 catches for 138. For Liberty, Jack Lowry had 121 on 4 receptions. And Evan Stretch.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the field.
Sure, why not?
8 receptions for 100 yards.
This year's show is titled
You know, I was saying earlier on, early, in fact, in the second half, I said something to the effect of, you know, if somebody just looks at the box score of this game at the end of it, and, you know, now that it ends up 52-47, they'll at least see a closer, you know, score than, and it was essentially a pretty close game when all was said and done. Scores from around Kansas City, by the way. Our opponent for next week, Blue Springs, played Liberty North. And they did win, but it was 28-26 was the final. Blue Springs over Liberty North at home. Blue Springs will be here this coming week on next Friday. And I tell you what, it's the first time all year that we've had 2 home games in a row. Or 2 games of the same type in a row.
And that's our last home game, too, right?
I don't know.
Next week,
it's got to be
senior
because
night.
Yeah, senior night next week.
And then we go to Ray-Pac.
Right, and then we go to the playoffs. I mean, it's week 8 next week.
It's crazy.
Yeah. How do you do homecoming and then senior night on 2 consecutive weeks?
That's crazy.
How about that? So let's see other scores of interest. Park Hill beats Blue Springs South 35-0. They're having a tough year, aren't they?
Who's that?
South, Blue Springs South.
They are.
Rockhurst beats Columbia Battle 28-0. North Kansas City beats Columbia Hickman 34-20. Rockbridge over Sedalia Smith Cotton 49-0. Well, that win over Rockbridge, you know, continues to be more impressive as the season goes on.
It does.
Fort O loses to Raytown 42-35, the final in that one.
Wow.
Yeah, a bit of a surprise there. Excelsior Springs over Oak Grove 47-17. Kearney Grain Valley 31-7 Kearney. Grandview 26-7 over Ray South. Pleasant Hill all over Harrisonville 48-0.
Did you say Liberty or Lee Summit score?
I haven't got to it yet, no. Lee Summit North 42-0 over Lee Summit.
Wow.
Boy, North is for real, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
Titans, of course, winning tonight 52-47. Mentioned the Blue Springs score. Belton over Oak Park 42-16. Park Hill South 46-13 over Truman. Ray-Pac wins, but only barely over Platte County, 35-28 the final in that.
Wow.
William Chrisman 52-6 winners over Ruskin. St. Pius beats St. Joe Benton 34-7. And Staley over St. Joe Central 48-0. That's final in that one. That pretty much takes you through all the Missouri scores for the most part. So, like I said before in this game, when it came time to talk about player of the game, there are going to be an awful lot of people who picked the wrong game to have a really good game.
No doubt. But you know what? We need games like this. We need a lot of people to shine.
And they did. Max Payne, terrific game. Ben Coble certainly looked a lot better than he did last week.
He did.
And you can make a case for him for player of the game because as much as Cardell, who's going to win it, had the 3 touchdowns and a lot of catches.
But the way
he also ended up with, 5 touchdown passes?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
1 interception. But the way that Cardell made those catches, that is.
And Clemens as well. Like I said, he got 2 touchdown catches and so on. They all had good games, but Cardell is just, he was just, I mean, forgive the pun, but he was elevated over everybody.
He was. He absolutely was. And I tell you what, honestly, Liberty kind of reminds me of us. They've got
very balanced attack,
great skilled players.
That can't tackle.
Can't tackle.
So, yeah. All right, well, so that brings up what's going to happen next week. Blue Springs comes to town on senior night. And Blue Springs, going into the season, they were the team to beat. They certainly have been knocked off of that pedestal,
they have.
But they're still a very good team.
They haven't, and especially tonight, just barely getting by Liberty North. And Liberty North has struggled this year.
Yeah.
And that
was at home, too.
That's tough. But
they're definitely a vulnerable team.
A lot of chirping around the city,
How many times in the history of this school have we been able to beat Blue Springs and Blue Springs South in the same year?
Maybe twice.
Has it happened?
Yeah.
Well, it could happen again next week. We've already beaten Blue Springs South, and Blue Springs a little bit down this year. We'll see how it goes. So,
I'll tell you what, this is pretty nice out here. This is a nice performance.
Enjoying the band and I'm not sure exactly what the theme is, but it looks nice.
It does. Big competition tomorrow at Lee Summit North in the downpouring rain.
You're regretting not being on a float this year, aren't you?
Oh,
I can
Joe, you never did know my secret. I was always the guy that was in the semi truck that pulled a trailer, so you couldn't see me.
Couldn't see. You were in the covered up.
I was covered up.
That's your story, and you're sticking to it.
I'm sticking to it.
Unfortunately, you have no corroborating witnesses.
Yeah, all my assistant coaches who were all going, calling me every name in the book.
All right, well, next week it is senior night right here at Titan Stadium. Blue Springs coming to visit. If you can't join us for senior night, then you can tune it in right here on 810varsity.com and lswradio.com as well. Our final here tonight, 52-47. The Titans escape with a win over Liberty on homecoming night here at Titan Stadium. For Coach Royce Bayman, Alec the Kid,
and
Mark Files, our producer.
The producer of all producers, Mark Files.
Joel Becker here from Titan Stadium saying good night.
Oh, wait a second.
Yes?
And the PA announcer, Matt Turner.
Yeah, you can hear him just as much as you can hear us tonight. This has been a presentation of Titan Football, Backport Sports, Beck Bros Productions, and 810varsity.com.